Hello, everyone. Hope we're going well. Apologies for the wait. Had to upload the podcast onto the podcast feeds. That took a tiny bit longer than what I expected, but we are ready for another watch along. Bit more intriguing than last night. Obviously, I didn't have anyone from that game, and not many people did. But a lot of us have got Roberts. A lot of us have got Bice. Might be some, like myself, riding maybe a Matt Carroll on the bench, or maybe they're looping Bice on the bench, or Cleary or something. So should be a good one. Hopefully, I'm hoping Carroll out of all of them can go like a 70 or an 80. So hopefully that's the case. Harley Reid's TDK and short to Marshall and Dunkley a tick. Mate, love it. Tick. If you can do that and you've got a bit of cash in the bank, love it. Tick for me. Yeah, Dunkley, good buy. Probably fairly priced, but good buy. And then Marshall obviously is a good get from TDK. Do I hold Oliver now with the short news? I can just put Train on field for him, no. Says exceptions. If you can still trade Oliver, if Train is your cover for short, I would probably trade Oliver still, because Oliver's going to go down a lot in money. So I'd be happy to trade personally and have Trainer for the week. Heard anything more about Rankins as Castle Riches? No, not just other than the fact that from the clip that I got sent in Hat Chat League 6, we just literally got underway right then. So footy is underway Friday night. I'll sync everyone up in a second as well. So what do we got? So we got 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, and then the ball up. So hopefully that matched up everyone there in terms of time. If you are tuning in as well, let's try and get 100 likes as we always do. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do that. We've already got 12 likes on the video. So appreciate the legends that have already done that. If you haven't done it yet, please smash a like. That'd be very good. Cleary just got the handball there and might have, I don't know if he hurt himself in the process, but Blakey to Rampy. I was hoping I could use Cleary as a loop for Lindsay, but I can't because I don't have the mid-forward to loop him on. So it would potentially be an adjustment of trades if Cleary went really, really well tonight. But I thought I'd have some cover, but I don't, unfortunately. Being able to switch it. Flexibility, I should have said. But in terms of ranking, there was just a clip, if anyone missed it, at Crow's training. There was a clip of him clutching at his hamstring. Apparently it was just after him trying to kick a goal at training. If it is, he bloody doesn't love the MCG, I tell you that much. He seems to injure himself all the time. Hopefully he's okay, but we haven't heard anything more from the Crows or anything else. So that's just an update if anyone missed it. Rankin clutched his hamstring. We don't know if it's a bad one or if it was just like he maybe stretched it, and that's fine. But I guess we'll find out by tomorrow. Play first game tomorrow, which I guess is a positive. Tim Ashworth, Oliver to Peatling, short to Martin, or Oliver to Green, short to Bergman. The first option for me, Tim. I like Oliver to Peatling and then short to Nick Martin. I like Nick Martin as an option. So I would be doing that one. I'll tick those two off, Tim, and good trades. Moonboy, where's Bales? And he says, G'day, Bales. G'day, all in the chat. Smash up, likes, and enjoy. Thank you, mate. Yes, if you haven't smashed a like, please do. We've got 23 already, so we normally try and go 25. Normally try and do like an AFL fantasy score. Try and get 25 a quarter to get 100. So already nearly there, and the game's only just started. So appreciate legends that have done that already. If you haven't smashed a like, please do that. 100 plus likes is our goal on every stream. We hit it last night when I didn't think we would. So, if you haven't done that, please, smash a like. Karen Chandler, evening all. I need Warner to have a good night. Cleary on the bench. Hopefully Warner can respond after just doing these 80s and not really doing anything big. And Cleary for me is on my bench. I guess if he went big, it'd be benching like a Levi Ashcroft, which I prefer not to do. But if Cleary got an 80 tonight, I wouldn't be complaining. I'd be just taking the 80 and that'd be fine. Schultzy, would you field Ned Long or Harvey Langford? Ooh, it's a good question. Ned Long for me. I know Harvey Langford's been good, but he's got Brisbane at the Gabba. I'm a bit nervous for that matchup. I think Carroll is starting on the bench, if I'm not mistaken. I was hoping Carroll would start on the ground, but for me it's Ned Long. Ned Long, Crows are a better matchup, and he's at the MCG, and he's probably got a better scoring pedigree. There's Cripps. There you go. First goal for the Blues to Cripper. Yeah, Bice and Carroll both staying on bench, along with Adam Chera. So I thought Crip was running off there. Curry Blades. Davidson goes for me. I have 967k for any position. Thoughts as keeping bias for one more week. 967. Probably a Holmes or a Sinclair's probably the one that comes to mind on that price. Maybe Josh Dacos if you're keen to go there. One of those defender mids is probably under that. Noah Anderson's a good price next week. Or you go Peatling, bank cash, and use it to get someone next week. Matt435, who's winning the NBA chip? Do you have a team? Yeah, I do. I got Lakers, but obviously they've been knocked out. I've actually haven't followed the last few days to see who is still in it, actually. Who's still in it? Let's have is it playoffs? Here we go. Who's still in the playoffs? I want to look at the bracket. Here we go. There's Cleary. Couldn't quite take the mark. He probably should have. So you got Thunder and Nuggets. Series tied at 3-3. Yeah, wow. And obviously the Timberwolves won it there. But that's the West and the East. So Cavs, obviously. So Pacers beat the Cavs, which was surprising. And they're 3-4-1. And then Knicks lead 3-2. I think the Knicks beat the Celtics. I think with Tatum being out with an Achilles, torn Achilles, that probably puts it in the Knicks' favour. But who knows? So there'd be Knicks v Pacers. Probably back the Knicks in there. I think the Thunder get it done against the Nuggets in a big game when that happens. So it'd be Thunder v Timberwolves. I think the Thunder would win that one. So it'd be the Thunder v the Knicks. I think the Thunder will probably get it. That's probably for where I do it. Which I like the Thunder. I love SGA. He's one of my favourite players in the NBA. I've got him in a keeper fantasy team, so I want him obviously doing well fantasy, but he's a fantastic player. So probably the Thunder for me is who I'd be wanting to win it from here, and I think that they will. But it's pretty close. So Sheldrick again. Sheldrick's a big watch tonight. He's pretty cheap, so he could be someone for like a cheaper player that you could look at with lack of rookies. Kenny Coleman is one, but Kyle Lohman's another. Few guys there to keep an eye on. It's Edge. Hey, Bales, keen on Nick Martin. That Tom Gren's bloody great. Yeah, Nick Martin's my favourite upgrade target for the week. If I was doing a sort of a list, he would be my number one target for this week, Nick Martin. Bulldogs this week, then Richmond. Defender forward flexibility. Round 16 bye. And that Richmond game's next week's on a Friday night, so that's like a VC there. So I'm a big fan of Nick Martin this week. Quickly cut, I've got Roberts and Chera. Yeah, who have you guys got in the game tonight? Be keen to know who you guys have got playing. I've just got Roberts and Bice. I'm looping Carroll to see if he put up anything good to maybe bench Lindsay. I'd need a 60. I think I'd take a 60 from Carroll to bench Lindsay. And if Cleary scored like an 80 or a 90, I'd bench Levi and take the Cleary score. They're my loops running tonight. And then obviously, as I said, Roberts and Bice I've got in the team. Okay, mate. No, hang on. No, this isn't a Q&A, but we short out. Would you field trainer? Well, for a start, this is a bit of a Q&A because I'm live for 3 hours. So to sort of the time go by, I'm happy to answer questions for the duration I'm live. So happy to answer questions, mate. But saying, would you field trainer and keep Marais to El Hawley or trade out short? Can only downgrade short. If so, who to? If you've got trainer as cover, I'd probably hold short. I would keep an eye on El Hawley because I think he's going to be the sub. So I would, if you can, I'd go Marais to Cooper Simpson if you can, as if you got some flexibility. If you've got flexibility in defence, I'd go get Hardiman instead if there's some way you can get Hardiman. I'm just nervous about El Hawley being the sub. But I guess if Simpson's not sub, you can get him. Or if you can't get him, see if El Hawley's a sub. If he is, then keep him. Sorry, if he isn't, then keep him. If he is, then go get Hardiman. That would be what I'd do. Oak. Bookie Boonder, what do you think of the trades now with Bice not a sub? Shorten Bice out and Bergman, Whitfield in. So scared Bice drop 125 now. Well, part of me hopes he does to get that cash gen really rolling again. Obviously with me having a bad team value. But I tick those trades off. I remember you asking that in the Q&A or the pre-lockout chat. And I said, yep, I'll do those. Handball for Cleary there. Tackle for Chera. Don't know if Carroll's on yet, which is going to be annoying if he's not. XX defenders, bro. Should I do Salem out for Whitfield and then get a forward? I want next week, or do Bice out for Zorko and Peatling next week. I would have probably done that second option personally, keep Salem for an extra week and go Bice to Zorko, but obviously I apologise that's obviously the game started. So, defenders, what did you end up doing, mate? Because I think both are fine. I think you get Whitfield from Salem or you get Zorko. So, I think it's fine either way. But yeah, let me know what you end up doing with that, mate. Apologies, didn't get to there in time. We don't need more carnage, says Angus. No, we don't. We really don't. Ryan Marshall and Martin. There's a +6 for Matt Roberts coming up. Ryan Marshall and Martin, or X and Peatling getting Martin next week. So, Ben, if you can guarantee that you can get Martin next week, I'd get X. But if you can't guarantee, there's Bicey +6 coming up. Good, Bicey. If you can't guarantee getting Martin next week, I'd go for Ryan Marshall and Martin. Because I think I want X. And if you get Peatling, could be good for some from Cash Gen. Oh, Walsh missed Carroll with a handball. Of course he did. Bloody hell, Walsh. Bloody shit handball. Chad Warner goal. I'll refresh the scores. We've got a few minutes there. Lord's on 20 already. There you go. Walsh on 18. Walsh is a watch to see how he goes. Sheldrick's on 11 as well. So a couple of guys have started okay. Yeah, Ben, I hope that helps, mate. Daniel Joyce, thanks for the live call. Bros, you the real MVP. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Always happy to do some watch songs, mate. It's Edge. Can you please start commentating so I can get in time? I'm assuming, do you mean the time, like the clock? I can fix it up again. I did it just before, but I can do it again. Angus Easy, would you be okay trading TDK to Marshall if it meant getting short to Sinclair? Would mean I have Nasai, Sinclair, Brayshaw, Marshall, McRae, around Danny Bice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's fine. I think that's probably on the limit, though. I would prefer to get Max Holmes on the round 16 buy if you don't have him. If you've already got him, obviously that makes it interesting. Then I probably would just go get Sinclair. Josh Dacos is another option if you want to consider him. They're probably options there that you could look at. There's Cleary with a handball. Grundy missed Bice with a handball as well. Love that these players are missing our players in terms of getting the ball to them. But yeah, so sorry, Edge, you've got 12, 53, 12, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42. Hopefully that's got you up to date, Edge. Bookie Boonut, looping El Hawley for Lindsay, hoping I can loop with Boxall. Hope he plays next week again, though. Yeah, I'm not sure about Boxall. I hope he will, but I'm not sure. Moonboy, I've Cleary and Bice loop tonight. Again, not very fantasy relevant, but love the watch along. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I've got Bice and Roberts on field, but as I said, looping Carroll and Cleary. Cleary would just be to bench Levi, which I don't love, but if he got an 80 or something, I'd probably just lock the 80 in, bank the points. Sheldrick would be #1 player next week, says Ben. Yeah, potentially, if he puts up a good score. That's what I was checking. I had my phone in my hand, and I was just checking. We're up to 31 likes as well. Appreciate all legends that have done that already. We do have more than that watching, so if you haven't liked yet, please do. Our goal for every watch long is 100 likes, so if you can help us get there, that would be very much appreciated. So Angus Sheldrick is 400k. So he is a player very much of interest with no rookies. If you can bring him in with Melbourne, Adelaide and Richmond in the next 3, he could be someone, if he put up a good score tonight, that would be of interest. But yeah, he'd be someone to watch with the lack of rookies coming through. Kyle Lohman as well. Zane Thorstenson. Hey, Buzz, can you give me your thoughts on this? I have a lot of cash up my sleeve, 500k, and I want to upgrade a premium. Should I get the highest averaging option or someone who's better value? Definitely better value. I went for the guy that was priced the most and I thought was going to be the best in Dacos, and that being Nick Dacos, and that didn't work. So I would be going for a guy that presents a bit of value but can also be a good option. Bicey tackled. Roberts, Bice, Cleary, says Lockie Robbins. Corey Blackledge, Sheldrick, I changed out in Supercoach this week as one to get Hines with a boost. I just couldn't afford with Sheldrick. Yes, fair enough. Yep, fair enough. Can I go Coleman, says Ben McCulloch? Well, you can, but I'd be nervous about it just because he could be subbed out. I don't love that. I would prefer to wait a week. But I know that I think there was someone, Jordan, in the Watchalong, the Pre-Lockout Chat just before. He's going Caden Coleman as like a D7, I think, and he's looping with Bice, which I'd be happy to do. Bice has got a handball there, by the way. There's Sheldrick with a kick. The other thing, I guess, with Sheldrick that worries me slightly is the fact that Callum Mills obviously played a half. He was really good. Played midfield, apparently. He scored 80 in just over a half. Was on 77 at half time. So he's a big watch to bring in over the next couple of weeks. So he's someone that, just with Sheldrick, I'd just be keeping an eye on. Unless Sheldrick is playing this wing role, then maybe we have a bit more of a look at it. Roberts, Chera, Bice, looping, says Edge. Yep, I like it. Roberts, Bice, Heaney, says Backer. Oh, Backer, I haven't seen you for a while, mate. Hope you're going well, mate. Corey Blackledge, I've got Chera, Roberts, Bice, and looping Cleary. Appreciate that, Corey. Let me know that. Hopefully, yeah. Well, I hope Roberts and Bice go well. And yeah, Chera will be interesting to see how he goes. Buki Boona, cheers, Bales. Thanks for all your hard work, mate. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the kind words. Nate Morgan, thoughts on Blitzarves? Low break even, solo ruck, okay run, would just be a buy play for 3 weeks and offload the buy as a bit of a cash grab. Nate, I like your thinking, but Stanley's an emergency and was listed as a test this week, so I am not going there. I was actually really keen on it next week. There's a Roberts tackle. I was really keen on it next week if Stanley was out for a bit longer, but the fact that he's already back, I'm a bit nervous with I'm not going there. Unfortunately, because I was looking at Blitzarves as a round 16 buy play, and if he was number 1 ruck, he would have been an option. So yeah. Chip back to come on, Carroll, get involved, mate. Carroll gets into some spots, but Carlton just don't really use him. Grundy tackled again, bit of a crap kick there. Schultzy, would love big games from my glorious pods, Walsh and Hewitt. Had a tough week of trading with Meek, TDK and Short all forced out. Yeah, Schultzy, that's tough, mate. I'm assuming you're holding Short and trading Meek and TDK. Well, that would be what I'd be doing anyway. Refresh score, says Corey. Yeah, I just refreshed them then. Apologies, mate. Why is Aaron Francis taking kick-ins? When we've got Roberts and Bice and you're getting Aaron Francis to take a kick-in. Cleary nearly took them up, but that's just stupid. Get Francis out of defence and not taking the kick-ins. We don't want that. Well, there should be a goal here. Oh, awful kick. Hamling should kick the goal here. Did he? Yeah, kicked it. So Sydney get back and scores a level. Karen's got Warner. XS defender bros, low. I guess I chose the right one. I did Bice out for Zorko. Yep, I would have probably done that. Backer, give Heaney a rocket. He just hasn't been the same this year. Just not getting. I was looking at him, but I'm not sure. Thanks, brother. In time now, says Edge. All good, mate. Happy to help. Already have Jacobs, but we'll get Holmes, says Angus. Yeah, I like Holmes this week. I'm getting Holmes. Unless Rankin's out, then I'll go Rankin to Nick Martin instead and keep Oliver, which I'd prefer not to do, both as a Crows fan and having to hold Oliver as a fantasy owner. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Crinkly cut, is Short and Daniel to Martin and Holmes better? Or is it better to go Short and Lindsay to Martin and Coleman or any other suggesting under 700k? I would go the first one, I think. I like Short and Daniel to Martin and Holmes. Because especially if Daniel outfixes your buys in round 12, I would do that. But yeah, I guess Lindsay to Coleman is an option. But I guess you can do that next week after watching a week. That's what I'd prefer to do. Thoughts on Davidson and Bowie, says Corey. Not for me. Bowie has been a good starting pick, but I would just prefer to go for one of those other guys. A Holmes, a Josh Dacos, a Jack Sinclair. Bowie's he's got a tough run. I prefer to go for other options personally. He's been a good pick, though, up until this point. XX Defender Bro, what do you think is the best forward I could get? I only have Bailey Smith. Nick Martin's the next best one. Not a lot of people got him. So Nick Martin, for me, would be the next best forward if you don't have him. Come on, Bicey. Had to land that tackle there. Good smother from Rowbottom. Stu, appreciate you becoming a patron, mate. Don't know if you saw me shout you out last night, but appreciate becoming a patron. If anyone else would like to become a patron and I guess get a shout out while on the watch-along or anything like that, then head to patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics, where each patron member gets a free team review each week through the Ask Beyond Q service. It's the only way I can review your team is by becoming a Patreon member. So if you want to do that, click link in the description. There's also exclusive Patreon Q&As each week, more content, and a heap of good stuff in there. So if you'd like to become a Patreon member and help support the channel, then feel free. There's Bicey with a kick. Just slammed it on the boot, though. Won't be insufficient intent because Cooper Lord took it out. But yeah, Stu was saying short to Martin, Daniel to Filippo, or do we go one up, one down for Cash Gen? Cheers. If you can go short to Martin and go a rookie down, I'd prefer that. Just wait on Filippo. Caleb Daniel should be fine this week. Apparently, Sheed's been training with the mids and forwards, so it might be a bit of a different role for the Shees. So I'd prefer to loop personally. Go back to Carroll. Or switch. Carlton just aren't switching at the moment, and he's kicked it straight to Witt. There's been a lot of these chess marks that players have tried to take this week, and they've dropped them. I don't really get what they're doing. Carlton just aren't chipping around at the moment. Bicey's been around the ball, just hasn't got as many touches. He's been around it, but just no real disposals. I feel like I've seen my players, Roberts and Bice, a lot, and along with Carroll, but they just haven't gotten any points, which is a shame. Zane says, need some help on who to trade out short for. Any thoughts? Holmes, Martin, Sinclair, Josh Dacos, one of those four if you can get to them. In order, it would be Martin, Holmes, Sinclair, Josh Dacos, probably. But Josh Dacos and Sinclair are pretty close. I think Roberts just got a handball away. Roberts got a kick as well. I'll just quick refresh there. Silvani probably, I thought he might get the free kick there. Holland, switch it to Carroll. Oh, Carroll's right there, but not going to get involved. I don't think I'm going to be looping Carroll on to this week. Just don't see him getting a good score, particularly against Sydney, but also the fact that Carlton are just not chipping it around at all. Must be really dewy there because it's very, very... Or maybe it was raining in Sydney because it seems to be very, very like players making mistakes. There's Wicks with a kick. Free kick for Silvani against Amati here. We've got under 7 minutes to go. This quarter's gone very quickly and we don't really have much action in terms of our players scoring many fantasy points. And Kerno with a mark. Schultze, holding short. Went TDK to Marshall and taking a risk with Meek down to Vicentini. Going to double upgrade next week and build around Vicentini. You don't mind it, mate. Is there a way that could you go like O'Brien and Cherry, maybe? Like Rob and Cherry or Nank and Cherry? I'd probably prefer that just for safety, but yeah, if you have to do that, then you might have to. Shannon Barron, would you hold Nick Martin in the forward line or defence? Either or. I'm happy for him to go either or, whichever works better for your structure, Shannon. I don't mind. I think he can go in. I think he's a top 6 for both, and eventually he'll go to your forward line. So eventually I'll want him as a forward. But yeah, I'd be happy with either. Hexen, TDK to X and short to Dunks, but my bench is basically dead now. I'd tick those two trades off. They're great trades, but obviously if your bench is dead, do you maybe just want to take a haircut on Dunkley? There's Carroll for his first touch, got the handball. Maybe do you want to go for someone cheaper, just so you've got money to upgrade moving forward? That would be my only question, but I like the trades just on the face of it. Dunkley and X are good ins, particularly Cherry as well. Roberts with a kick in. And he plays on. Good. Who's he gone to? Gone to Lloyd. Marty right in the middle of like 4 Carlton players. Smothered there. Come on. That'll be a high free kick against Roberts. How that wasn't called high, I don't know. Don't know if that'll be a bias tackle or not. Don't know how that wasn't called high against Roberts, to be fair. I thought that was high every day of the week. Could I go Berman this week? Only have Cherry, Rosie, Sheezer on round 12, says exceptions. Yeah, 100%. I like Berman as an option if he's going to stay in this mid-roll. And there's Cripper for another goal. Cripper's second goal. Can't lead by 7. XX Defender Bro, is Michael Frederick and Murphy Reed out for Nick Martin and a random good trades for next week? Yeah, mate. Yep. Frederick up to Nick Martin's a great trade, and then Murphy Reed down to a rookie. Yep. Tick for me if you can do that. Exceptions, or should I go early to Filippo this week? How can he be F5/M8 through buys, Boxall out and Wood name 4, given per opportunity to go back in the mids? If round 12 is fine for you, exceptions, I would go Bergman this week and I would go Filippo next week and just see it from... But then again, you probably need to see it from both, right? So maybe if you feel safer going Filippo this week and you can get Bergman next week, then you could do that. The matchup's better for Filippo. So maybe go Filippo in saying that if you're happy to get the other one next week. That would be what you could look at doing. I get the bite. Where's Bicey? I feel like I've seen Bice in the camera a lot, but just not really many fantasy points. There's a tackle from Carroll. That should be holding the ball. I don't know how that's not holding the ball. He dropped it. I don't know if he'll get paid the tackle either because it went to the Sydney player. But I know Robert's got a kick in there as well. And of course, Carlton will start chipping round and it will be to players I don't own. It'll be like Haynes, Wiedering, McGovern. Go to Carroll short here. Go short to Carroll here. No, Carroll's not even offering a second lead. That's annoying. Marco, pre-game they said wet weather. Yep, that makes sense. So if that goes to Sydney, that'll be a Bice tackle. Yep, that'll be a Bice tackle and a Roberts handball. And good kick from Hewitt to find Charlie Curnow. Only got 30k in the bank, so not many options, unfortunately, says Schultzy. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Maybe it's Bison Chera out for me next week, so might go Peatling and for Davidson to keep cash. Yep, that's a good one. I will refresh yours because I do know that someone just put in the chat there that Roberts is on 27, but he might be on 29 now. Heaney's still on 3, says Backer, FML. Yeah, I've hardly seen him to start the game. Bookie Benny, your trade in. So I've gone for Marshall. So I went TDK to Marshall. And then I went Clayton Oliver to Max Holmes because I traded Jaiden Short and edited it last week. But it still didn't really help me. It helped me this week for terms of trades, but it didn't help me last week. Red Lighting, TDK to Marshall and Short to either Luke Ryan, Max Holmes, Nick Martin, Ballydale or to Nasai. I'm worried of ruining my upgrade cadence now with Daniel Long and 4 rookies on field help. I would go TDK to Marshall, yep, like that. And I'd go Short to Martin or Holmes, one of those two. If you're worried about the upgrades, maybe go Holmes, but I prefer Nick Martin for the defender forward flexibility. So I would go for Nick Martin, but you probably know your team better than me, Red Lighting. So maybe you need Red Lightning. Sorry, I keep saying Red Lighting, but Red Lightning. Maybe you do need the 90k from him. So maybe you need to go there instead. Lockie Robbins, TDK to Marshall and Short to Whitfield. Yep, tick for me. Yep. If it works for the rest of your team, yep, like those trades. Rampy, give the handball to bloody Bice, thank you. Don't bloody Cleary got a kick away. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Lindsay on field, I reckon, this week. There's Cleary with another handball. Heaney with a handball. Chad Warner with a kick. And it's a good kick to Will Hayward. But yeah, tick for me, Lockie, for those trades. Jim 910, what should I do with my trades the next few weeks for my bench? I don't have any green dots. I'm scared once buys come around. A lot of people are in that boat, Jim. So if you can, maybe moving forward, maybe do like a red dot to a green dot. And then if you can upgrade a rookie to like a Filippo, Bergman, Kitty Coleman if he's an option, maybe Callum Mills. So just doing stuff like that, I think, I probably wouldn't do 2 red dots to 2 green dots. I think it's a bit of a waste in a week. But I think if you can go 1 and 1, that would be that's how I'm trying to attack it. So Warner very deep forward, says Crinkly Cut. Roberts to 29, says Corey. Yep, I think he's on 27, but yeah, pretty good to start. Sheldrick's on 28 as well, so big watch on Sheldrick. He might be someone to be bringing in. XX Defender Bros. XX Defenders Bro. Who's, in your opinion, the best player under 300k forward? I know there's not many. Sorry for such pinpoint question. Probably Cooper Simpson for me, under 300k. Next best is probably Kyle Lohman, who's 380, but you're asking for under 300, so I'm going to say Cooper Simpson. Exceptions, I don't really want to hold Oliver, but if Bice doesn't go at least 60, would it be smarter to trade short? Depends on if you're happy to lose some cash or not. I think Bice will be fine. He obviously hasn't had a huge start to the game, but he's been involved at least. I've seen him around, so yeah, hopefully he can. Well, I hope he gets at least 60. I've got him on my field, like straight up, because I couldn't do anything about it. So I hope he goes well. And I think most people are in the boat of playing him on field anyway. Don't think a lot of people can loop him. McInerney, Hollands, Cleary, handball. There's Warner with a handball as well. Amati. Is Carroll on the bench again? Surely he's not on the bench again. Like, he started the game on the bench. Getting Huswaite vibes from Sheldrick, says Backer. Could be in and out, risky pre-buys. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, Matt Carroll's on the bench again. Like, again, why are we bringing in people if we're just going to play them for like 50% of the game? He started on the bench. He's now on the bench again. That's just shit from Carlton. I'm sure there's other players on the ground that need a rest other than a guy that started on the bench. God, these teams shit me with some of their rotations. That was good defending from McCartan there. Buki Boonda, yeah, nice. Got him Marshall for TDK last week. Would have loved to have had him as a unique for 2 more weeks, but I think he'll be a record-breaking rise in owners this week. So, yeah, probably. Be a lot. Schultzy for my double upgrade next week. I'm looking at Bice and Ned Long to Holmes and Anderson. Thoughts? Yeah, I like it. Yep, definitely ticks from me. What rookies are we keeping a watch on this week to bring in next week, says Crinkly Cut. Cooper Simpson, if you didn't jump on him, I think Hardman will be out of reach. Kyle Lohman's under 400k, so he's a watch. Angus Sheldrick's 400k. But there's not many rookies in terms of Archer Day Wicks maybe, as someone that's in the team at the moment. Sardell Hall, if he's not the sub, could be a watch again next week. Besides that, though, there's not many. Cherrett on bench twice as well, says Slipping Jimmy. Yeah, it's stupid. I don't understand why Carlton are doing this with some of their players, but yeah. Mills probably will hurt Sheldrick anyway, says Henry V. Yeah, and I think so as well. So that's why I'm probably looking more at Mills next week as an upgrade. Hollands, that'll be out in the full because he hit the behind post. Shannon Barron, with the spread out of buys this year, how important are green dots on the bench during them? I've mostly green on my bench, but that will change in the next few weeks. You probably want more because then the more green dots, the more players you've got in your squad, the better you're going to be able to navigate the buys and have more than just the 18 on field each week to get rid of those bad scores. So I'd say that, yeah, it'd be good to have more. McCartan, go to Bice, you dickhead. Why are you just going long to Amati for who drops the mark anyway? Idiot. Bice was free for a +6 and he's just gone long. Absolute idiot. Exceptions. Yeah, I'm looping Bice with Stone. Other bench defender is now short and I put Trainer on field. So if he goes bad short, could go out to Holmes or something. I don't know. Carnage. Yeah, yep. Carnage for sure this week. The fact that Carroll's had so much bench time, but he's pretty much on the same score as Heaney is pretty bad for Heaney. Andrew Griffiths, these bench rookies won't get over 40s during the buys. You need mid-prices. It's a good point. Yeah, guy, little Sheldrick, another kick there. Guys like maybe a Bergman, Coleman, Mills, Filippo, guys like that are going to be decent options, I reckon. There's a Binsey with a +6. I know it's quarter time. So that's quarter time. That call went pretty quick. Obviously, when we've got players in our teams, it means it goes a bit quicker. Yeah, but it's best 18 says exceptions. Yeah, but you want, obviously, they just won't count. Obviously, yeah, but you want the chance of getting it. Like, I'd rather have 4 guys that might score 30, but they've also got a chance of going a 60 or a 70, right? So, yeah, quarter time here. So, what do we got for scores? So, Harry Mackay is the top scoring player of the game. He's on 39. Holland's on 32, just yet course. Paddy Cripps, 32. Good pickup if anyone went for him. Sheldrick, 31. Good start for him. Rowbottom and Elijah Hollands, that is, on 28. Roberts, 27. Lord, 27. Pitney, 26. I feel like TDK would have been going really well in this game. Warner, 24. Wicks is on 22. Fremont still got him. Walsh is on 22 as well. What else we got? Cherra's on 19. Corey Warner's on 16. Bice on 15. It's not awful, but it would be better. Like, he probably could have had a bigger quarter, but not awful. Cleary's on 13. Bin's 12, anyone that went there. Heaney's on 11. So still 5 handballs and 1 free kick for. Minus 4 meters gained for Heaney in the first quarter. And Matt Carroll's on 2. So, yeah, not great from Carroll. He was one I was hoping would put up a good score because I could just bench Lindsay. But I think my only other loop guy for Lindsay, it was going to be Sardell Hawley and potentially Cleary if I could have got Simpson in. But obviously with that, I'm looping Carroll, Lindsay, and then Finn O'Sullivan will be my emergency on the bench in the midfield. And I'll be able to see 3/4 of him, but I doubt he's going to put up a good enough score. He just hasn't shown anything. So I'm just anticipating having to play Lindsay for a week. So that's what a rookie is. Could go 30, can pop a 70. Yeah, so if you have more than 18, you've got it. You'd rather that. Lee Everett, hey, would love some advice. Short to Whitfield and no cash for next week, or short to Martin and have 160k in the bank for next week? Definitely the Nick Martin option. Definitely. 160k for next week, Lee, could be really helpful. And Nick Martin's a defender forward. Great for flexibility. He's got Dogs under the roof and then Richmond. 2 great matchups. And Whitfield is expensive. So you can get Whitfield at any point. He's not going to really change much in price. Whereas Nick Martin's, I think, good price. So I'd be going for Nick Martin, Lee. But great trades. I like short to Martin. I would love to do that this week. I would have done it if TDK played. Hey, mate. Tough week this week, says Double Dummy. Yeah, mate. Hope you're going well, Double Dummy. But yes, very tough week. If you missed it, Rankin as well is a bit of a doubt tomorrow. I haven't heard anything more from it. But apparently, people saying at open training today for the Crows, he clutched at his hamstring kicking a goal. So I guess we'll see. If he's out, I'm trading. Simple as that. Because if it's a hamstring, which that's what it's reporting that potentially he might have, there's no such thing as a 1 week hamstring, which means I'll be trading him. But I really hope not, because not only will that be bad for the Crows, they'll be bad for our fantasy teams as well. Thanks for the advice, guys, says Lee. All good, mate. All good, Lee. Happy to help. Happy to have you tuning in tonight. We're up to 38 likes as well. So if you haven't smashed a like on the video yet, then make sure you do. The goal would be to get to 50 before half-time. So we're nearly there. And obviously 100 likes on the stream is always the goal. So if you haven't smashed a like on it yet, then please do. If we can get 12 more to get to 50 before the next quarter starts, that'd be fantastic. So, Zach, what's the strategy for entering the first week of buys? Ideally, triple downgrade / fixed dead rookies to double upgrade that week after for players like Butters and Bont, but rookies are sparse. For me, I'm probably looking at, normally I'd say that is the case, do a triple downgrade or a double downgrade and a small upgrade. But with the lack of rookies, I just don't think we'll be able to. I'm actually looking at targeting a round 16 player in round 12 because I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've only got Bailey Smith, Max Holmes, Connor Stone, and Levi Ashcroft on the round 16 buy. I want to get that closer to 10. So I'm going to be trading in a few of these buy players. Maybe some mid-prices in round 16. Maybe if there's a guy that comes through that looks like a good option, like Blitzars was a good option, but now with Stanley there, I'm not really confident in that one. But guys like that, Kadeem Coleman's a perfect guy that I think I'll be definitely jumping onto in the next 3 weeks. So guys like that, I think. Flaghawk, do I go short to Coleman? I only have 850k to get someone. Can you get any position, Flaghawk? I'd go Peatling. If you don't have Peatling, that's where I would go. I don't mind Coleman, but I'd probably go Phillippo instead this week. Up to 42 likes as well, so appreciate a few legends there that have liked it. If we can get 8 more before the quarter starts, that'd be fantastic. Flaghawk says, nah. What? Nah for what? As in you don't like the option or you can't do something? Flaghawk, what can you not do? As I said, if you can get to any position, I'd go Peatling. Then I'd go Phillippo. If you have to get a defender, I'd rather Bergman over Coleman, and then you can get Coleman next after seeing a week. That's what I'd prefer to do. Oh, different positions. Okay. Well, so you need defender. I'd probably go Bergman before Coleman, personally. If the round 12 bye isn't an issue for you. Hopefully, Bice can start cooking, says Lee Everett. Yes, mate. I hope he can. Cripps got a handball added there as well. Don't know if there are any other adjustments made. Bice is still on 15. Cleary's still on 13. Carroll's still on 2. Yeah, so no real adjustments for any relevant players there. So, yeah, hopefully Bicey can start cooking. Flaghawk says, thanks. All good, mate. Happy to help. I get effed Holland's typical, says Moon Boy. Adzi, starting with the donut this week. Hayes and TDK had to go out this week. Leak and Bus on the bench in the back line. Now with Short out, just nothing I can do to avoid it. If Rankin's out, I'm done. Got Cripps in about 3 weeks ago. Has been pretty good, says Adzi. Well, Adzi, at least that's a good pickup from you. Carroll's starting on the ground. Wow. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so there's nothing you can do, Adzi. Is there... No, you can't. I would trade Short out Adzi. And if you get a donut, I'd rather it be a rookie donut than be a semi-premium donut. So, like, if you can go Short to like a Holmes or something, I'd rather have them in this week than trade Hayes to a rookie and then just have that as a red dot. So, trade Short. But yeah, unfortunately, if you can't get a different player on instead. Wicks drop mark. Wicks handball. Here's Roberts with a kick. So Roberts moves to 30. Looping Bison Cleary tonight says double dummy. Yep, like it. There's a tackle from Cleary. Bice to Coleman is the way, says Daniel Joyce. Yeah, that's a trade I'll be looking at for sure. Exceptions, Elijah Hewitt or Cooper Simpson. Emergency for Rankin if he's out. Not going to cop that Oliver cash loss. Yeah, exceptions. Well, I'm in the same boat. I've got Oliver and Rankin. If Rankin's out, I'm trading. Because if he's out with a hamstring, there is no way he's going to be back in a week. If there's a hamstring here, he'll be out for 2 to 3 weeks, which means it's a trade. And okay, you might cop some Oliver cash loss, but at the end of the day, I'd rather keep him in the chance that he can go like an 80 or a 90. You might not lose a heap, but you might get a solid score this week. So I think if Rankin's out, I'm trading personally. But I guess we'll find out. We haven't heard anything from the Crows. I think the Crows would have probably said something already if he was out. So I guess we'll find out. But yeah, if you got to have if you are hell bent on trading Oliver instead, I would have probably Elijah Hewitt. Got the better matchup. Steve-O, I did Short to Holmes. Would you tick that off? Yep, I'll tick it off. I'm bringing in Holmes for Oliver this week, so that's a tick from me. Is Chair a definite trade at his buy, says Jack? Depending on what the rest of your team looks like, but probably. Just because you can get a good player in return. Probably look at around 16 mid. That would be what I'd suggest for Chair owners if you're trading at the buy. But yeah, I'd be trading personally. There's a Sheldrick. Sheldrick going, and again, along pretty nicely. Is that a free kick for Silvani? Rankin to Peatling, easy trade if out, says Slipping Jimmy. I would normally say yes, but I need to get a defender, so it will be. I'll be going to Nick Martin in my own team. Where's the Rankin news come from? Panicking, says Jack. A few group chats I'm in. There's like a video of him, like a 1 or 2 second video of him like clutching his hamstring that I've seen rolling around some group chats. So yeah, seen that a little bit. Cripps injured, says Zach. Yeah, hobbling a bit. Looks like ankle maybe. I think Crip will be fine, but I'm not sure what happened. He just gave the handball away though. So can people stop handballing off to Jacob Wiedering? Like all what Jacob Wiedering does is gets the ball and kicks long. He never looks for a target short. Cripps has just come off, so okay, just interesting to watch this, see what's wrong. So what is wrong with Cripper? Oh yeah, a bit of an ankle tweak. I think he'll be fine. It didn't look like too bad, but I guess we'll see. Of course, Elijah Holland's fumble and Carroll would have got it. Carroll with a kick. It's a good kick from Carroll. I know his teammate didn't mark it, but that's a good kick. I think Carroll was stiff to be dropped. He's not a huge fantasy scorer, like he's not going to be a big scorer, but still like a bit of cash gen from him as he's on my bench. Harvey Langford make more money or a hold? I would be holding Harvey Langford if you've got him. Yeah, I would be holding. Jaiden Branch. Hey, mate, just wondering, I'm still 5 rooks on field at the moment after going TDK to Marshall. Have Bison clear as emergency. If they score well, would you go Lindsay to Coleman or Filippo, or bench rook to Sardell Hawley? I would be regardless going Lindsay to Filippo if you can, and go get Coleman next week. That would be what I'd be doing. Henry V, I only just traded in Rankin, so that might have been my doing. Yeah, thanks, Henry, mate. Appreciate your help. No, mate, it's everyone always says that, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. We're on 45 likes as well, so if we get to 50, that'd be fantastic. Obviously, 100's our goal, but 50 would be halfway there, obviously. So if you can help us get there, that'd be very much appreciated. Okay, thanks, mate. All good, Jaden. Happy to help. Lee Everett was looking forward to getting Davidson out this week, but Short ruined my plans. Yeah, I think Short and TDK ruined a lot of people's plans this week. Angus Sheldrick is the top scoring player of the game on 46. He's definitely perking our interest. And if anyone jumped on him as like a bench play this week, that would be looking pretty good about now. Hopefully he can continue it, because he'll be an option if he puts up a big score, because the cash gen there might be pretty substantial. That could be a... No dangerous tackle? No. Wiedering again. Yeah, didn't look for an option. Kick long, as he always does. Chera handball to Walsh. Walsh kick to Curnow. And Curnow go long to Durden. No, drop mark again. And Durden end up kicking the goal anyway. So just picked him up in draft this afternoon, says Bontsville Wizard. Very, very nicely done there, mate. Lockie Robbins, Sheldrick top scorer so far. Yeah, I probably should have looked if Sheldrick was available in any of my drafts to see if I could pick him up. Unfortunately, it looks like Blakey might be a little bit winded here. Up to 47 likes as well. Appreciate the legends that have done that so far. So 3 away from 50. So if you haven't liked it yet, please do. And help us get to $100. We've got 64 watching. So appreciate everyone that's tuning in. Said it'd be good if we got 100 people watching. We're getting pretty close. So appreciate everyone that's tuning in so far. Very much appreciated. How many subscribers have we got now? Because we're getting close to 4K. It's counting down. We've got 3837. So yeah, we're only 163 away from 4K. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do. And help us get to 4K. We've got daily content on the channel. If there's watch-alongs Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But more often than not, yes, we have got content Monday to Friday and Sunday. Sometimes on a Saturday we don't do a watch-along, but more often than not, it'll be daily content. So, and Lewis Young, not quite the mark. Roberts kick. So Roberts is going along nicely. Not huge, but he's ticking along the scores. Maybe go short to Bicey. No, they're going to go long again. Will Gross be subs to Steve-O? It's a good question. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at their bench. Let's have a look and see what I reckon. There's Carroll, but no disposal. Yeah, I'm just giving up hope with Carroll putting up a good score, I think. Just don't think it's going to happen. As much as I'd love him to get a 60, I just don't think it'll happen. I'd like a 50, though, just as cover for if anything happened. But so Brockman, Gross, Cole, Hutchinson, and Brockman and Brock. Yeah, there's a good chance he's the sub. I don't think Hutchinson won't be. I don't think Brock will be because he's a key defender. So there's a good chance that he is. Heaney just kicked it straight into McGovern's foot and it went out in the full. So gifting points here for Heaney, but good for anyone that's got Heaney. Yeah, I think that the sub will be Gross looking at that, but it could also be Cole, maybe. Lord should have never been sub a few weeks ago. He was playing so well, says Corey. Yeah, he's looked all right when he's played, Cooper Lord. So Lee Everett, my full trades this week, though, were Cleary to Simpson and Short to Martin. I think Heaney's kicked the goal there. Yep, goal for Heaney. Cleary to Simpson, Short to Martin with 106k in the bank. Happy with that. Yeah, I like those trades, mate. Yep, I like those trades. I don't know if you're saying that they were what you're going to be doing, but I like him if you can do him or if you were going to do him. Heaney up to 31 now as well, so he's starting to get going. I'd like if Carroll could get going. I think, is Carroll on 5? Yeah, Carroll's on 5. Yeah, bloody hell. Bice on 15 still, hasn't touched it this quarter. So that would just be great if he put up a dud. If Bice goes poorly this week, I mean, he's gone for me next week anyway. But I would have liked a good score because his run now for 3 weeks is actually pretty good. He goes Melbourne, Adelaide, Richmond, which for designated kickers is a good 3 weeks. So I would like a solid score for me just to keep him. But if he goes poorly, I'll have to trade, regardless of matchups. There's Warner with a clearance. Kick out of the middle. McGovern again, apparently looks injured. Don't stop giving the handball off to Ollie Hollands. Like, this is what you guys should have been doing at the start of the year. Instead, anytime you saw Hollands, you wouldn't give it to him. But now, all of a sudden, anytime Hollands gets the ball, they just want to give it to him. Absolute bullshit. Huge mistake from the umpire gifting Heaney a goal, says Jack. I thought it was out in the full, but I didn't see the replay, so maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. You happy to jump on more next week, says Steve-O? I think so, yep, depending on what Filippo, Kitty Coleman and that do. He's someone I'd look at. Maybe Bergman, another option that we're looking at, depending on what they do. So Grundy's got the free kick. Gives it to Heaney again. So Heaney's starting to build. Heaney with the kick. Carroll's around the place, but just not doing anything. There's Wicks. Someone's boot is sitting in the middle there. Go short to Carroll. Carroll short. Carroll is short. Carroll short. And it's fucking 50. Of course it's 50. Wasn't out in the full. Reverse angle showed it went into the ground. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yep, I didn't see the replay double dummy. Ollie Hollands again. Can this guy stop? Like, this is what this bloody stuff we wanted at the start of the year. He's he's an equal top scoring player of the game so far. This guy, man. Like, this is what he should have been doing at the start of the year. This is what we thought he might have been doing, but he's just been shit outside of, like, the last couple of weeks. It's actually very frustrating when I'm not sure I'm not the only one, watching this guy that we picked to start the year actually go well and thinking, well, this is what we picked him to be. Just stupid. And no one else is playing well. Roberts is going okay, but Bias hasn't touched it. Carroll is doing shit. Okay, chip it round. Go back to Roberts. Is that Roberts there? No, Francis, because Roberts and Bias are both on this side, and Francis goes back to the other side. Of course he does. Francis is shit. He played one good quarter for Sydney, and he's in the team. Switch it back. No, you're going to go long down the line. Both. It's a pretty hard watch this game at the moment. No one's players are really doing well. If you got Sheldrick, you're pretty happy, but outside of that, it's pretty grim watching at the moment. Might go Filippo for the extra 10k from Bergman. Might need it. Yeah, except if you need it, then yep, you can go Filippo for sure. Caleb Fife, always good to own Chera and Warner for some low scores. Oh, yeah, Caleb, it's a very, very tough round, it looks like. Well, I know that obviously Tom, who was on the pre-lockout chat, was playing Wicks on field. Very, very happy with that. See, 39 again. Like, I started Wicks and I traded him and Zach Reed in the same week because I needed cash. I should have Wicks and Reed still in my team. So annoying. Lewis Young, that is a sack of a kick. Probably could have been holding the ball because Mackay just dropped it, but fair enough. Pick one to get Coleman or Peatling. Peatling for me, Caleb. I'd be getting Peatling for sure this week. Wait on Coleman. He's still cheap. You can get him next week. I was holding the ball. Yep, fair enough. It should have been holding the ball. Yeah, I think it was against Mackay. Can we switch it, please? Like, can we... Oh, my God. Like, these players are just not switching the ball. Like, Bice is not getting involved. Roberts is doing okay, but not getting involved a lot. Matt Carroll's doing absolutely nothing for Carlton. Even though... No. Carroll's here. So's Cleary. Give it to Carroll, you idiot. Oh, my God. This is shit. Anytime Carlton see Carroll, they just go nup. Anytime Sydney see Bice, they go nup. This is crap. Bice up forward in that play I saw. He's still playing defence. He just pushed up the ground high. Cleary and Bice haven't scored this quarter, says Lockie Robbins. Yep, everyone's gone shit so far. Even players have gone on the bench. No one's scoring well. Carroll's definitely getting the sub, sad to say, says Backer. I don't think he will. They'll sub someone else out. There's no point subbing him out. You'd sub someone else out, like a small forward or something. I know Boyd's a sub, but... So Bin's free kick. Bin's would be good if you went back, maybe. Chip back, switch the ball. Be good if someone decided to switch the ball. Nope, just going long. Sheldrick got a kick in there just. Mark to Hayward. Grundy's got a finger injury, I think. Oh, Roberts, I don't know if that was a mark or not, but he got it anyway. Trying to find Cleary, but nothing. Carroll hopefully gets a touch here. Good. Now, Carroll, get rid of it. Carroll got a kick away, at least. Give it back to Carroll. Hollands, give it to Carroll. No, Hollands, yeah, good on you. He goes to Kerno. I know, I can understand why he's going to Kerno, but... And this guy should not be playing. Francis Evans. I don't know how the hell he's on a list, on an AFL list. And I don't know how he's in Carlton's 22 at the moment. He's not, should not be playing. What would you take from Bice to loop on for Foss? Oh, to loop on for Foss, I'd take a 40. To be honest, I'd be taking it for Foss. I wouldn't be looking at Foss, to be honest. He's shown nothing. So Carroll has the Hollands role, says exceptions. Yeah, he does. Yep, the Hollands role from early in the year. Yep, he does. Look the other way if he's open. Yeah, they do. Yep, exactly. Which is very frustrating. And I know that there's a tackle for... No, that won't be counted for Bice because it went to Elijah Hollands. This game is very, very frustrating. It'd be nice just to have a good watch-along without any crap going on. I don't know if Francis is concussed or something. He doesn't really seem like he's there. Don't quite know what's going on. Roberts is taking the kick in. At least Roberts is doing okay. Evans is awful, says Backer. Yeah, agreed. Caden Fife, and now Chera's on the bench, and he's done nothing. If only Short wasn't out, I wouldn't have Bice on field. I think everyone's trades this week, Kalen, would be a lot better if it wasn't for a few of these guys being out. I don't know what's wrong with Francis, but Sheldrick's on 52. Roberts on 38. He'll be on 41 when he gets his kick. But yeah, Bice and Carroll for me. I know Carroll's on the bench, but just not doing anything. Don't quite... If he's concussed, I don't know why they're just walking off. It's like, if he's concussed, they should have been probably getting the card out or something. Don't know what's up with him there, but Roberts go short. No, I thought he was going to go short and then they'd go to Bice after that, but give it to Carroll. Walsh. Yeah, good on you, Walsh. I feel like Walsh is washed now. He does not play anywhere near like what he used to. Just Wicks is short. Amadi's just completely ignored him and gone to a contest and turned it over to Mackay. Some of these players' decision-making is just... I sometimes don't understand how some players are still playing with some... Oh, that's a bad hit from McInerney. Completely gone past him and bumped him in the head. Boss got a spoil, but no, it doesn't equal points, mate. And against Hollands for kicking in danger. And is Chad Warner injured? Chad Warner looked like he was getting up there hobbling. And he had Bice for a handball and he would have gone for goal. Oh, this game is pissing me off. I've only got Roberts, fortunately, says Buki. Oh, mate, you'd be pretty happy if you just had him. Is that reportable? That looked like an elbow to the head, says Dog Dummy. Oh, it is, yeah. He went past him. That's a shit kick from Warner. It is reportable, yep. Yes, free kick Warner, says Cannon Fife. You have unfortunately kicked out in the full, though. Still gets points, so it's no free against or anything like that, but I think the doctors are trying to get Silvani off for a concussion test because he got hit in the head. Like, even Cleary's been quiet. Like, Bice has done nothing this quarter. He was on just not even a free, though. That annoys me. Oh, yeah, it should have been a free. So if they want to take him off a concussion test, the doctors should be running out to the field and saying, get off, because it's if he's got something wrong, he shouldn't be still on the field. I feel like every player in this game is scoring except like the 3 or 4 that I want to be scoring. That's a high free kick against Walsh. And another high free kick. Should have been paid the first one. Now, please go to Bice or something. Like, go back, go to Bice, go to Roberts, someone. Still don't know what's wrong with Francis. No, we're going to go long again. Long down the line, because that's all we've been doing in this game from both teams. Warner handball. Sheldrick got the kick away. It's going to actually work out, go to McInerney, who might have a holiday because I think he might get suspended. What do you think about Errol Goulden when he's back from injury, says Lockie Robbins? Oh, yeah, eventually when he's back from injury, but not at the moment. Obviously, when he comes back, you want to see a bit first. Definitely frustrating game to watch, says Lee Everett. Yes, agreed. Front's copped a knee in the head from Grundy, I think. Yes, that'll be a concussion for him. Matt435, feel like it's been a real hard year, a lot of luck, and if you're on the wrong side of it, you can't do anything about it. Yeah, Matt, mate, I agree, mate. I'm been on the bad end of it this year, so yes, agreed. Can Chera do something, says Harry Thomas. Mate, can our fantasy players do something? Because I feel like every player that we've got is just not doing anything. Like, Sheldrick's on 57. He's going very, very well, but not many people have got him, right? No one's got Cooper Lord. No one's got Grundy. No one's got McInerney. A couple of people got Cripps. I'd be shocked if anyone still had Hollands, but there might still be someone there. People got Roberts, who's going along nicely, 41. Wicks might be by some people, but everyone else is doing crap. Like, Warner's on 34. Walsh is on 26. Chera's on 26. Binns, if anyone jumped there, is on 25. Corey Warner, 21. Caden Cleary's on 21. Bice is on 15. Hasn't touched it this quarter. Like, it's just Carroll's on 12. My guy that I'm looping on the bench just to maybe bench Lindsay, but he's doing nothing. So, how did Bice ever go 120, says Jack. And, of course, I didn't own him for that 120 either. Like, it's just this year's just been absolute tripe. It's just been absolute shit. And like Hollands just keeps getting little points here and there, like from tackles or whatever. Why do 99% of players have 0 IQ? Mate, good question, Marco. Boston Mills going soon as he's back. I probably want to watch a week from Mills because he'll probably get subbed out first game back. But yeah, when that trade can be made, I'm looking at that for sure. I think Carroll's on the bench again. So that's fantastic. No Carroll's on the field, just nowhere near the ball. Here's Bicey. First points the quarter. Kick goes out in the full. It was a bad handball and he was under pressure, but at least he got some points. Take that. How was Sheldrick not in this team, says Jack? Yeah, good question, mate. Very good question. He's playing very well. Here's Chera for a +6. Yep. Be nice if he switched it. Maybe go it to Carroll. Don't give it to Haynes. It's gone to Elijah Hollands, and they've called play on apparently. Goes back to Chera. So a couple of touches for Chera. That's an awful kick. Here's Bicey. Oh, he just taps it. Pick it up, Bicey. We don't give a shit about you tapping it on. We want bloody points, man. My God. Jaiden Short, the worst man in the AFL, making me hold Bicey, says Nate Morgan. I honestly thought Bicey was actually going to have a good game tonight. I thought he was going to go over 70, but the way it's going, he's not going to get even a 50. Bice got a kick. Yeah, he says Caden Fife. And Cherry got Mark, let's go. That's a tackle from Roberts, because that went from behind. I'm pretty sure they pay those tackles if he goes for a goal, misses it, because it clearly affected the kick. Of course, Blakey's taking kick-ins. Like, where's the Bice kick-ins? Where's the Roberts kick-ins? Like, it seems to be everyone else but those two. I think Roberts has taken a couple, but it's just a shit kick from Blakey. Like, gone to a contest. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Sam Walsh, #1 draft pick. Wow, yeah, he's been shit for a while. Corey Badger, of course I couldn't afford Holmes with getting Cherry and Supercoach this week if training Kako had to hold Cleary Cement getting Sard instead of Sheldrick. Oh, yeah, that's annoying. At least Sheldrick in Supercoach and every other format probably next week will be a potential option. Here's, again, a missed handball for Carroll. Kick it off the ground. Carroll, thank you, mate. You know what to do. Get those points. Bicey got a soccer at least in there. Give it to Bicey. Bicey can't pick it up. I think he got a handball out. Oh, no, you got a free kick. Good, Bicey. We need more of this, mate. You haven't done too much tonight, so we need more of this. Goes short. Is that Roberts? No, it's McCartan, of all people. And no one's going to get... None of... Bison and Roberts have got players on them, so they're not going to get it short. Be Lloyd. I was going by Bice to Reed. He won't even get 40. Yeah, I'm not sure. Give it short to Bice. Bice is short. No, they go and Lloyd goes long. Like, see what I mean? Like, the players just don't look. Carroll tackle. Yes, Carroll. Keep going, son. Keep going, buddy. Mark to Lloyd. Where's Bicey? Oh, Bicey's on the wing. What? Get in defence, mate. Pitnade's a good mark. I would say give the hand. Carroll, ask for the handball. Oh, Pitnade's going to kick. Goes to Harry Mackay. Can't pick it up. No one seems to be able to pick it up tonight the way this game's gone. Bicey will just get the tap. Nothing in terms of points there. Wicks tackle. So Wicks is going along nice. I wish I held him. Seems to be everyone I've traded out goes well this year. That's the way it's gone. Warner playing a lot more forward with Sheldrick. Grim, says Matt. Yeah, he has played a bit more forward tonight than what he has been. Funny enough, speaking of him, he's just taken the mark there. Go to Roberts. Oh, bloody Chad Warner. I don't think I've seen Chad Warner hit a short target for a long time. He always kicks long. Chair a free kick against Heaney. Boss got a free, says Cannon 5. Yep, saw that just before. Go to Wiedering. Chera. Chera's going to go long. Not going to hit up. No one's hitting up. I know it's a bit wet, but no one's hitting up any short kicks at all. It's just all long down the line. Exceptions. Roberts needs to go back there and demand the ball from Blakey. Hey, all he can do is break lines. Matt Roberts looks better back there taking the kick-ins. Yep, agreed. Backer says refresh. I can do that. There's not much to refresh, though. Not really too many scores to be added on. Walsh handball. Walsh another handball. Hewitt handball. And Hewitt another handball. So 2 handballs for Hewitt, 2 handballs. Another so handball for Chera there. Bice, that's a throw. That's... So Bice, I think Bice will get that tackle there, but I don't think he'll get the first one. Chera, I want a ton tonight, says Corey. He's on 43, might get close. Should I look at trading my Carlton boys, Hewitt and Walsh out the buys, says Schultzy. Potentially, depending on when their buy is and what they're obviously round 12 buy. Chera can probably go. Hewitt, maybe, because he's expensive. I don't think he's going to be a top 8 mid. Walsh is probably someone I still got a bit of faith in might do okay, but yeah, just something to watch. I think I've answered all the questions and stuff there. We're on 49 likes, so if one more legend can smash a like on the video and get us to 50, that would be fantastic. And we'll be halfway to our goal of 100, so that'd be fantastic if you guys could do that. Handball again from Chera. And mark for Harry Mackay. That's so annoying when players mark it with like 50 seconds to go and you want players to score points. If you're trading Chera, must have a good team, says Andrew. Yeah, that's a good point, Andrew. Nate Morgan, wouldn't hurt for Cleary to get a couple more points. Nate, it wouldn't hurt for actually all of our players to get some points because it seems like every non-relevant player is scoring points. Like Sheldrick's relevant because we're watching him to see if he can be an option. And Harry, that's a goal, I think. 27 seconds to go. Why is this? I don't know why my chair's so like squeaky now. Must have to bloody tighten up the screws. I just hate hearing it on the mic. Sheldrick is doing really good. Funny thing, no one has him, says Caleb Fife. Yeah, agreed. Yep. B Young went for after work beers and didn't even think about trading short for Warner. Might be a good thing. Yeah, I'd say so. Yep. Nate Morgan, we bring in Sheldrick next week and he goes sub 50 and gets subbed. Yeah, probably, yeah. But we might have to do it because there's no rookies. He might be a buy play. Like I might go Lindsay down to Sheldrick. And then maybe I go like a Bice or someone like that. Or I go like Connor Stone to Sheldrick if I... Oh, no, I probably can't do that, to be fair. I have to bring in a forward. Maybe I go like a bench rookie to Sheldrick, play him over Lindsay, and then go like a Bice to... Philip. Oh, no, I think I'll go to defender. Carroll! Yes! Intercept mark! +6 for Carroll. Good boy. Well done. Hopefully more of that. I think he's on like maybe 20. There's a tackle for... No, it won't be a bias tackle because bloody Chera got the fucking handball out. God, I hate when our players get tackles and then somehow the player right at the end gets a handball. Just by Mills, easiest pick of the season, says Andrew. I don't know if I'd pick him straight up, but maybe I do. Will the return of Mills cut Sheldrick's mid-time, says Zach. Maybe, but I might even take the chance and get him on the bench, maybe. Alrighty, well, that's half-time. Pretty frustrating game so far, but let's go through the scores. Sheldrick is top scoring on 66, going along very nicely. Only 69% TOG, but 16 touches, leading to equal lean disposal winner on the ground. Grundy 59, Lord 55. I feel like we're like especially with Sheldrick and Lord going well. That's just very, very interesting. Mackay and McInerney on 54, Cripps 50, Hewitt 47, Chera 47. Chera's had 15 touches, only 72% TOG. Holland's 46, Roberts 45 is all right. Wicks on 43, if you've got him, is pretty good. Heaney's on 42, so he saved his score. How France 7's on 42, I don't know. Warner's on 40, so people are complaining, but 40's like not bad, especially in a very frustrating game. Walsh is on 39. Kerno 35, Sard 34. Binns 28. Bice on 26. Oh, jeez. Corey Warner 25. Carroll's on 25. Oh, there you go. There's something. He's doing better than what I thought. He's not actually far away from Bice. So, Cleary's on 21. Yeah, so all of our... And if anyone's got Will White, he's on 12. So all of our rookies that we probably had looping or we've got on field are just not doing what we want. So very, very frustrating game, this one. And we're up to 54 likes. So appreciate the legends that got that over 50 at halftime. So thank you for that. If we've got any checks, I'll have to go for the dogs as always. I didn't mind because that handball went to Hewitt for a kick, Lowell says Schulte. I did because it would have been tackled for Bicey and he would have been on 30. Maybe Kitty Coleman this week because you know Bice is out next week, says B Young. Caleb 5, Charon 47's all right, but Warner has started slow. Yeah, he's on 40, but it's not too bad. But yeah, if you guys can keep smashing us, we're on 59 likes, so appreciate that. So we have even more legends keep doing it. So 100's our goal, and we're pretty much on track for that. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. I would have said one more to get to 60. We're pretty much already on there. So If you haven't liked it, please do. And if you haven't become Patreon yet, you guys know where to go. I will be going to feed the dogs very quickly. But if you guys have got any questions that you'd like me to answer when I get back, I'll be just over 5 minutes or so. So yeah, leave any questions you got in the comments. So 61, thank you for whoever just did that then. So keep smash the likes. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So any questions, put them in the chat and I'll answer them when I get back. I'll be back in a sec. Oh, apologies about that, guys. One of the dogs was not eating, so I had to make sure the other one didn't start eating his food. So, yeah, apologies for that. But we're back. And, of course, I missed the first 30 seconds of the quarter like I did last night. So that's fantastic. But anyway, what did I miss? Mills, another game in the VFL, I'd say, says Andrew. Yeah, potentially because he's been out for so long. But it was good to see he actually look pretty good in the half that he played, which is good. Is Carroll starting on the ground? Probably not. No, I think Carroll's on the bench to start. There's Heaney, got a handball. What do we got? What score we taking from Bice, says John Sanders. Depends who you... if it's for short or whatever, I'd probably take a 65-70. I'd be happy with. Tig says, need Heaney. Oh, so Silvani's been subbed out. Looks like concussion. Was it concussion? Is that what he had? Or another injury, maybe? Wicks and Motlop, this will be a good battle. And Motlop, Wicks got him holding the ball. There you go. Well done from Wicks there. Wicks is scoring very, very well in this game. If you've got him, need him to break these 80 scores just slightly off it for stretches in games, says Tig. Agreed. Is this Bicey? Yes, Bicey +6. Keep going, Bicey. We need it, mate. Keep going. Not the best kick to Warner, but out of bounds. MJ, Evening Bales probably already answered this, but what are you thinking with Short? I have bench rookie cover for him if I need. Also had to trade TDK. Yeah, TDKs have got to go, but depends what else you're doing, MJ. I think I'd still be trading Short, but it really depends on what your other trade is, who's your cover. So let me know who your cover is or what your other trade you'd be planning to do, and that would probably decide what you should be doing. Been stuck with Wicks all season, hasn't been terrible, luckily, says Tim Hall. So is it groin maybe for Silvani? Doesn't look like hand. Yeah, it looks like groin. Yep. Yeah, Wicks I think has been a solid enough starting pick. Obviously didn't get those big scores early, which really halted that cash gen, but he's been solid. I wish I held, but I traded because when they said calf, I was like, well, he's going to be out for a few weeks. I might as well cash in and look to upgrade. And unfortunately, traded him and Zach Reed in the same week, and they would be pretty handy about now. So, yeah, unfortunate, but unfortunately, that's the way it goes this season. Why do players take so long to kick the ball? Bice had plenty of time to kick it to Warner, says Caleb Fife. Yep, very good question, but still, I'll take the points. Groin soreness is a report, says Angus Heasley. Thank you. Silvani subbed out, hurts my draft team. Yeah, Silvani's been solid this year. So, yeah, unfortunately, he's been subbed out for anyone that's got him in draft. I don't think many classic teams have got him still, but, yeah, he's been a solid pick for those that went him this year. There's Warner with a kick, and not quite to McInerney. Oh, good tackle. Who was that? Who was that? Ollie Florent. That was a good tackle there. Switch it, because I think Bicey's on the other side. Switch the ball. Switch it. Where's Bicey? Go to Bicey. There he is. He's short. Keep short to him. No, they're going to go long like they have done all night. Both teams have done it all night, actually. They've had options. Heaney miss. Angus, he says, mine too. Tig, I'm going short to Martin if Bice doesn't hit the 70s. Yeah, I'd almost be tempted to do that trade anyway, Tig, to be honest. Short to Martin's a great trade. I think Martin's a really good target. I would love to get him this week, but TDK is the reason I can't. If I could have, I would have got Martin this week. So I would almost pull the trigger, and if Bice goes well, then you can maybe bench if you've got a trainer or Reed or something. That's probably what I would do. There you go, McGovern with the talk. It's gone a long way. If McCartan goes to the right, he's got Bice short, but he's gone to the left. So there you go. Sums up fantasy, really. You think it's going one way, but it goes the other. It's holding the ball. Cripps, free kick. And good on McCartan. If McCartan had just gone to his right and gone to Bice, then it probably wouldn't have happened. Could be almost holding the ball. He tried the don't argue. Bloody Warner. I was hoping that would be Bice. But kick for Warner if anyone's got Warner. No, don't think there'll be a tackle there for Cleary. Warner, how about you take your time instead of just dumping it on the boot? Like, these players really just don't have much IQ sometimes. Like, I understand it's a pressure game, but they just, some things they do. Like, Warner had no pressure whatsoever. Could have hit up a target, but he decided to just smash it on the boot. Hey, Bales, would you rather bring in Martin, Sheasel, Zorko, or Sinclair this week? Buy's not an issue, says Nate Morgan. Martin for me. Martin's my number one target. I like the other guys, like Martin and so Sheasel I like. Zorko, I probably want to see with Kitty Coleman back, but he's solid. And Sinclair's good, but I'd go for Nick Martin. He's my favourite get of those guys this week. Here's Hollands again, yeah, of course. Where's Bicey? Bicey around the place? No, Blake, it's Blakey, not Bice. So Roberts must have been starting on the bench. Sydney just fumbling their way towards goal. Heaney, who's playing forward, looks like in this quarter. Another behind for Heaney. Cleary from Western Boys is my cover. I'm just missing out on Nick Martin, so I think Sinclair or Holmes. I feel like Holmes scored well last week because Humphries was out. Thoughts? I think Holmes... No, I don't think Humphries out affected Holmes too much, to be fair. I would be trading short to Nick Martin, MJ. That would be the trade I'd do. I think it's a great trade. So if you can do short to Nick Martin, I'd be locking that one in for sure. We're up to 68 likes as well, so thank you everyone that's done that so far. So we're 32 away from 100. If you haven't liked it yet and can help us reach our goal of 100 likes on the stream, that would be fantastic. Kerno, that's a goal. But yeah, appreciate everyone that's liked so far. But yeah, hundreds of goals. So if we can get there, that'd be fantastic. Angus Easy, they are burning chair at every opportunity. Yep, mate, everyone's burning all of our fantasy relevant players tonight, it seems. Cripper's up to 72, so Cripper's going along nicely. If you brought him in, you'd be very, very happy. Wick's on 54 as well. Far out. Shouldn't have traded him. Unbelievable. Heaney's on 61 as well, so Heaney's going along well. 1 goal, 3 could be a lot different. 0 marks, so 1 tackle's not exactly what you want to see. Anyone else? Bicey's on 32. Cleary 27. Carroll 25. Like, they're 3 players I'm hoping a few of them can just get a solid score, but both are all been pretty quiet. I miss out by literally 5k, says MJ. Oh, okay. Holmes then would be the pick. Short to Holmes for me would be what I'd do. That would help with buys. Round 16, not many players that we have on that round 16 buy, so I would be going for that one. Cooper Lord, that was good courage there, going back with a flight. I did not bring in Chad Warner, says Chris. Warner, another hat kick, says Nate Morgan. Yep, Warner's been doing it all night. Feel like he does it too much. People like Warner's a good player. People rave on about him like he's this A-grade player, but he's not an A-grade player. He bombs the ball too much to be an A-grader. Don't know why Grundy's going for a run for, but there you go. Ty, I can either go Garcia to Sinclair or short to Martin. Just prefer Martin buying DPP cover, bank 200k for Daniel Demera. Yeah, I'll do that. Yep, I'll do that. Karen said Warner. Does that mean a Warner goal's coming up? I'm assuming so. Yep, goal for Chad Warner. What does Cleary need to score to take over Elijah Hewitt? I would take anything over a 55, probably. Probably 60 would be good, but yeah. Nate Morgan, nah, mate, he's a gun. Don't know what you're on about. Oh, it just hacks it so much. It was a good goal then, but yeah. Warner goal, A-grade players do that. No, it's kind of fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Maybe I gave him the rocket that he needed. MJ, thanks, Bales. Love your work. Thanks, MJ, mate. Appreciate the kind words there. Crinkly cut. I do have Warner, but unfortunately, he has been. This has been him his whole career. Yeah, good point. Yep, Warner up to 61 as well. So a few fantasy relevant players starting to get going, even though I've got none of them. So Robert should come on now, but I don't understand why he's starting on the bench. I really don't. God, it'd be good if Bice could just get to 60, 65 at least. Well, I want more than that, but like, if Bice goes under 70, he's gone for me. I don't really care about run or like what matchups he's got coming forward. I'll trade him regardless. It's a good tackle by Carroll. Great tackle by Carroll. So you get the 4 points, which is great. If Carroll can get a 50, that would be a high deal. If he could somehow get a 60, I'd take that over Lindsay. I don't think he will, though. I don't think he's going to get there. Here's Bicey. And he gets tackled. That will be holding the ball. Bloody Bice. Why did I... Oh... Unbelievable. Thought there was points there. Instead, he lost points. Oh, my God. Do we get up tomorrow? No, Darcy Moore. Feel like we run right up for it, says Nate Morgan. I hope so, mate. But if we'll see with Rankin, if he's going to play or not. If Rankin's out, I don't have a lot of confidence outside that because I think Rankin's so important. But yeah, I think they've got a good chance with Moore being out, but I guess we'll have to find out. Out of bounds. Warner's a chest puffer, lots of ego there. Oh, 100%, 100%. Is much easier to when he's on my team, says Crinkly Cut. Fair enough. Jay Sutts, this is going to be an interesting week with the potential bullets still to come with what we already have. Oh, mate, 100%. Got Horn Francis has got obviously a question mark over him. I think he'll play, but question marks there. That cannot be insufficient intent. Yeah, thank you. Rankin, potential hamstring issue. We haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, there's a few things still flying around. I could have had Bice out for Martin. I was until I thought about Davidson for another player with round 12 bye. Yeah, unfortunate there, Corey. Sorry, mate. Blakey could have marked the ball there, but he decided to punch it out. Oh, what a frustrating game. What a frustrating week I reckon we're in for. All the good players. There's some players up here, and I've got absolutely none of them. I've not got any player on that top page. And Heaney's really starting to build. He's up to 73, I believe, now. Let's have a look. Is he on 73 now? Or was he just on 70? And they're counting that kick. Maybe they're counting that kick. Yeah, they count that kick. So he's on 70. He's going along very nicely. Heaney could be an option. Decent 3-game run coming up. But maybe Heaney gets tagged next week by Viney or Oliver, whoever's in the team. Chera back on. Feel like Chera lives on the bench. Heaney with another kick. Straight to Lewis Young. Wouldn't mind a +6 for Carroll. Carroll was calling for it, but no dice. Go to Carroll's free. No, didn't even look. Mackay's gone long. I almost want Carroll to get a 50 for cash. Cash gem would be really handy if he got a 50. Young handball trying to go to Carroll. Go to Carroll. Hollands, give it to... Oh, you bloody spud. I feel like Hollands does everything we don't want him to do, and everything we wanted him to do earlier, he doesn't do anymore, if that makes any sense at all. Everything we want him to do now, he doesn't do. And then things we wanted him to do earlier in the year, he didn't do. It's just stupid. So frustrating. Cactus says, glad I benched Bice for trainer. The way it's looking at the moment, yeah. I couldn't do anything. Unfortunately, my own team, I couldn't do anything about Bice. I had to deal with it. Here's Wicks again. Oh, my God. Literally every player I trade out just goes well. So whoever I'm trading out, guys, is who you should be trading in. That's exactly what you guys should be doing, because I traded Wicks out, and of course he's now dominating. Don't know if Bice is on the field still, if he's on the bench. And he kicks short, and to McCartan, who not one person has got. Nothing for Roberts, nothing for bloody Bice. Good mark from Marty there. Nate Morgan got Bice, defender emergency. I know he's dreadful, so how many points are you taking to play Foss instead? If he gets anything over 50, I'd take Bice, to be honest. Yeah, Bice is definitely on the bench now. So, how did he score 120? I feel like he's nowhere to be seen. Out of bounds again. Wick scored 34 last week, so relax, says Jack. Oh, no, I know, but he's been pretty good outside of that. So, I'm just sick of everyone I trade out decides that they want to play really well. I traded Reed, I traded Wicks, I traded Fraser, and then after that he started going really well. And Sam Taylor, 370s after I traded him. I know he hasn't been good lately, but 370s after I traded, just everyone I trade seems to go well. Thoughts on Mills after what looked like he had an amazing game in the twos on limited minutes, says Jay Sutts. Yep, no, he's definitely on the watch list. I'm probably not trading into him first week, but he's mid-700s for someone that can, at his best, score in line with those top six defenders. He's going to be a pretty easy pick when we see maybe a game. People are going to go straight up, which I'd guess you could. I'd probably want to see a week, personally, and mark for Kerno. Reed hurts the most as Marco. Oh, 100%. 100%. That's the one that hurts. A lot of cash gen missed, which is annoying. France has also been subbed out. I don't know if that was said earlier or anything, but he's in the back row. So there's so many players here that people have either considered or have either got or don't have that. Sorry, that's literally saying everything. There's a lot of players here that people have considered but don't have. That's what I meant to say, that are scoring well. Jay Sutts, could be worse, Bales. I paid $400K extra for Holmes from trainer, and this was the last week. Last week was the first in the 4 weeks. I had him where he outscored trainer. Yeah, that's frustrating. Pito, kick it back, mate. I don't think you... Go to Carroll. Oh, no, that's Haynes. I thought that was Carroll. God damn it. Can my players just score some damn points? And here's Wicks again with another tackle. I don't know why Wicks needs to do that every time he tackles. He has to push someone. Just not really tough, but anyway. Get rid of Francis Evans. God, he's useless. I couldn't watch the game last week. Lost this, Marco. I deliberately didn't watch it last week. Now, here's Florent coming on, taking kick-ins. At least he did something good. He kicked a Bicey. So, Bicey +6. We need a lot more of those from Bicey. It was nice. +6 for Bicey. He's on 35, I think, now. Just get to 60. Just at least get to 60. couldn't watch the game. Corey, I traded Reed for Amon when concussed and prior to Hayes. Worst 2 trades for me. Oh, mate, yeah, I feel ya. It's Corey Warner. Wicks. Is that tackle for Carroll? And that's a tackle for Carroll. Yep. Could be a high free kick for Lord. No. Still can't believe upgrading a rookie in Reed to a premier's ruined my season, says Matt. Yeah, mate. Can give Chair a rocket, please. Chair a 3-point quarter. Excuse me. Chair a 3-point quarter. Yeah, Chair's been quiet this quarter. I don't have Chair, so I'm probably not going to give him a rocket just because I don't have him. So, yeah, sorry to those Chair owners out there. You can get the rocket, though. The rocket will probably work if you get it. I don't know if that's a kick for Carroll because it came off his boot. Oh, good on Cripper. Gave it to Carroll. Carroll got a kick away. Give it to Carroll. Carroll again. Got the handball. Beautiful, Carroll. Keep going, buddy. Front sevens, that is just absolutely useless. How is he in the team? Would he have to be up there with the worst player on any AFL list that's currently listed? Like, he'd have to be. Like, he's just not good. I feel like I could play better than Francis Evans in the AFL. There's Chera, got out of the tackle, got the kick away. Not a good kick. Bad kick, kicks it straight to Warner. It's not a good kick though. Hits it up on. Give it to Bicey. Give the handball to Bicey, McInerney, you spud. Easy handball on Bice on the way through. And he decided, nah, I'm not going to go there. If you kick it to Bice, you'll save yourself. But no, he doesn't. He kicks it to a contest. Come on, Carroll. Oh, doesn't quite get the tackle. Thought he was going to get the tackle there. Roberts 3-point quarter as well, says Jack. Yep, Roberts has been very quiet. Start on the bench for the 7-8 minutes. Where's Roberts gone, says Tig? No idea, mate. He's just been crap. Narco has to be close to Evans for sure, says Corey. Yep. Yeah, they're probably a couple for sure. But yeah, Evans is up there. Narco's probably up there as well. I feel like Narco had so much promise, but just never eventuated to anything. Where's Bicey's there? Roberts is there. Come on, get some points, guys. Chera got a handball, I think. Sheldrick with a kick. Sheldrick again. He's been quiet this quarter, Sheldrick, but besides that, he's been all right. That'll be a free kick against Hewitt, I think. Holding the ball. Yep. Hayward free kick. Hayward would be... Just go to your left. Chip it back. Hayward, chip it back, mate. Go to Bicey. No, you're going to go to Florent instead. Florent going for goal. And that is not a goal. Roberts loves the last quarter, hopefully against his Matt. Yeah, everyone's got Roberts. I'm not, regardless of what Roberts does, not concerned with him. Because he's probably a guy that's going to be an easy switch to a premium when he's on his buy anyway. It's about Bice and guys like that you need probably not to lose as much cash. Like the way it's going, if I can trade, Bice will be gone next week. Unless he can really save it here and get a big score because he's got a nice run. No Hewitt holding the ball, says Schultze. Reed will go another 100, says Andrew Griffiths. I hope not. Crazy how Chera has 21 disposals for 60 points. Lift. So there's the rocket sent from Caleb. So Caleb's done the hard yards and sent the rocket for Chera. So we'll see if that rocket is successful. Chad Warner, another hat kick forward again. Does the guy know like he can kick short to hit a target? I don't think he does. Warner again. Oh my God, Warner hit a short kick and he hit Roberts. Roberts +6. Roberts decided to show up. Go to Bicey, Roberts. Roberts, go to Bice. Oh, he nearly went to Bice. I thought he was going to go then. Switch it, Roberts. No, he's going to go longer. And Walsh could almost be insufficient 10. He just bloody put the ball out deliberately. 1 mark and 2 tackles doesn't help for Chera. Lockie Robbins, wish I put Trainer on field instead of Bice. I've got both of them on field, so hope that makes you feel better. Chera usually saves his score in the fourth quarter for some reason, says Tim. No, I think it's actually normally the other way. Normally, it's Chera doesn't do anything in the last quarter. That's as a non-owner. Maybe I don't know as well as the owners, but I normally think Chera is actually a guy that goes quiet in the last quarter, but I don't know. Light Bombers want ball in hand for Reed, unlike Bice. Is that tackle for Chera or high free kick? No, tackle for Chera. So, and a kick for Chera. Oh, no, it's smothered, so I don't know if that counts. No, Chera's going to get another go. Got a handball. I feel the ball keeps landing in Chera's lap at the moment, so that rocket might have worked. Rampy, who no one's got. No one cares. Is that a free kick? Or is it out of bounds? No, out of bounds. Chera points there. It's working, says Caleb Fife. Bale says, John Noel, the real deal. Now I keep waiting for it not to be there, but he looks amazing. Back there, license to go, says Jay Stutz. Yeah, I think he is. Yep, he's been going well. I wish I started with him. If it wasn't for Gold Coast early buy, we probably would have. But yeah, Chera up to 72 as well. So anyone's worried. So here's another kick for Chera. That bloody rocket worked, Caleb. I'm not happy because I don't have him. It'd be nice if I can... Wicks out the bounds of the full. It'd be nice if my players started. So Rocket is being sent to Carroll, Roberts, Cleary, and Bice. Those four can get the Rocket. Guaranteed that Rocket won't work, but everyone else's Rocket seems to work. Nearly a mark for Roberts, but of course it's not. That should be holding the ball. Handball for Roberts anyway. Oh, Corey Warner bloody fumbled it then. Warner gets a pretty shit tackle, but can the AFL please schedule some fancy-friendly games on prime time, please? Thanks. Oh, my cherry, you legend, says Caleb Fife. Yeah, it'd be nice. Moonboy, it would be for sure. Caden Cleary handball and another tackle for Chera. So that rocket worked. And it's holding the ball as well. So Chera rocket went insane. Yeah, Chera just went from doing nothing to now being on 77 and being up there in points. So that's... I don't like that rocket. I wish I could actually send a rocket and it work. See what I mean? Like Carlton chip around it to everyone except Carroll. Row bottom. And that if that goes to Carlton, that'll be a tackle for Chera. Yeah, that'll be... No, maybe not because Warner got it. So, Carroll's on the bench. That's why. So again, what was it? Second quarter, he played a lot of the quarter, only went off once. But then this quarter, he's been off twice. And Heaney's marked it, and we'll go back. So again, everyone else is scoring except my players, which is fantastic. Warren just running around doing what he wants. Annoying, says Jack. Chera to the moon, says Marco. Heaney up to 28 touches, says Corey. David, glad I won my hat last year because this one's pretty much done. 3 times this year I've had 2 forced trades, still 4 rocks on field, 1 green dot left on my bench, completely cooked. Yeah, David, I feel your pain, mate, but except I didn't get a hat last year. So congrats on the hat last year, mate. It's always good to get a hat. If only Bice could do something, lift in the fourth quarter. I watched you live in round 4. AFL teams need a fantasy coach on board to ensure their team has a fantasy development system in place. Has he missed that? Oh my God, how did he miss that? Could have put Sydney in front. Bro, Heaney, how many misses need a goal? Yeah, Heaney's what? Well, yeah, one goal 4. I've got a feeling we don't see Smiley this year. Bales, 3rd hammy setback, so wouldn't be surprised they shut him down. Yeah, yep, for sure. A Heaney and Warner back, says Jack. Potentially, yep, they're going all right tonight. Heaney 91, Warner 85. 2 top scoring players of the game, and I've got neither, which is fantastic. And Harry Mackay, big contested mark, and will take his time. Baz or Dawson VC? I've got Dawson 7, Baz at 9. So I'll go Dawson there. Do you think Silvani will play next round, says XX Defenders Bro? Not sure, depending on how bad the groin injury is. That'll be a tackle for Chera. What's the bet? I bought a hat last year. That counts as backer. I'm just trying to get a hat this year for AFLW as 2 years in a row just missed out. Yeah, Corey, mate, on the same. Hopefully we can get a hat. Surely AFL teams care about their fantasy points, surely. Man, I love Adam Chera. Never in doubt, says Angus Heasley. Yep, so Adam Chera's on 88. My God. And Guesty's got him as well, who I'm up against. Yeah, that'd be right. Thanks, Caleb, for sending my my matchup probably down the toilet. There you go. Heaney 91, Chera 88, Warner 85. Got none of them, of course. Cripps 83, Mackay and Grundy 81, Kerno 78. Sheldrick was quite that quarter. He's only on 71. Wick 69. Walsh 57. Roberts 56. Roberts can still ton up from here. He can still have a big quarter. Anyone else? Bice 35. My God. Carroll 34. Cleary 33. Warner 31. I don't have Warner, but all the rookies doing shit. I'm actually looking forward to this. If anyone's watching that KO at the moment, they're showing the Lilo and Stitch ad. I cannot wait for it. Literally, my childhood was Lilo and Stitch, so I'm looking forward to when it comes out. Anyone else looking forward to Lilo and Stitch at all? Because I can't wait for it. Heaney 49-point quarter, Warner 45-point quarter. My God. Moz Chera, Moz Warner, says Moon Boy. Almost trade out Chera this week. Glad I doubled back, says Slipping Jimmy. So glad I kept Chera. Was close to a trade out this week, says Creakley Cut. Tim English and Josh Dunkley, 2 good captain choices. Yeah, they are defender bros. English is number 5. Dunkley's number 4. So I like both. All these people saying, oh, so close to trading out Chera, but I'm glad I didn't. Why can't that happen to me? Why can't I be close to trading someone out and then going, oh, I had to hold, and then them pop a good score? I'd love that. Just once. I'm happy for you guys, but of course it doesn't happen to me. Anyway, if you haven't smashed a like on the video, please do. We've got 72 likes at the moment. We've got about 80 people watching, so appreciate everyone that's tuning in. If you can help us reach 100 likes, that's our goal every stream. So if 28 legends out there can get that done, that would be fantastic. Heaney 120 plus, let's go, says Backer. Did I miss anything here? If only Sheldrick had more than 66% time on ground, says Lockie Robbins. Yes, agreed. For such a good draft class, rookie scoring has been so poor, says Crinky. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, they said how good this draft class was and just not getting any fantasy points. And cash gen. Fast break frenzy. Hey, Bales, looks like Bice will get around 50. Which trade do I do? Clary to Martin and loop on Bice, or short to Holmes and start Clary? I like the short to Bice trade better. Sorry, not short to Bice, sorry. I like Clary to Martin better, but maybe it's short to Holmes and start Clary. And maybe you might lose some cash, but that might be better. Nathan Thomas says, yep. I don't know what he's saying yep about, but maybe I agree. Fast Break Frenzy, what do I need from Bice to keep short? You need 70 probably to keep short, I'd say. I never liked Disney remakes, so lazy. Need to come up with new movies. Apparently, it's meant to be really good, though. Apparently, it's the best one yet. So I'm looking forward to it anyway. What do you do with Bice next week, says Tim? He's gone. Bice is gone. I'm sorry. Of course, he doesn't give me anything like that 120 that I had to watch on that Saturday night when not owning him. And he's done nothing for me. He got the 90-odd when I got him, which is good, but he's done nothing since. He's got to go. Do you have Daniel Bales? That will be him this week, says Matt. I hope so. But good to know my Rockets still work. Did one last year with Steel. Why don't you add me on a podcast next week, says Tim. It's hard. We got 4 people, so it's hard to add more people on. So unfortunate there. Sorry, Tim. Unfortunately, but yeah, we got enough people. But appreciate you asking though. Do you still reckon that Nick Martin is the best forward? Yes, I do. Brian signs bloody Silvani off injured and Bice playing terribly. I already had Short, TDK and Gunson off. I need about 6 trades to get my team back on track. Yeah, sorry, Brian, mate. I feel your pain. Nathan Thomas, looking forward to Lilo and Stitch. Looks good. Yep, I'm looking forward to it as well, mate. Bice to Filippo potentially, says Corey. Yep, agreed. Who you go to for Bice? No cash. Maybe Keneen Coleman, Callum Mills, Bergman, one of those 3 probably. What's Roberts on, says Moonboy, 56. Bice, big quarter incoming for you, Bales. Don't worry, says Crinkly Cut. I hope so, mate. He needs to get to at least a 60. Bice to Mills will be a popular trade next week, says Tony. I think so, but I'd probably want to see a week from Mills, though, personally, but maybe. Thoughts on Rankin late out this week, says Backer. Potentially, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything yet about it. But, yeah, there's a chance that he is. So, yeah, just something to be watching. What's least amount of views on a Watchalong, says Matt. I'm not sure. I think we normally get, I think in terms of total views, I think they normally go over 800, so it's pretty good. Appreciate everyone. We're on 76 likes, so we're 24 away. We've passed the 75 marker for 3/4 time. So if there's any legends out there that haven't smashed a like, we need just 24. So if we can get 24 more likes, that'd be fantastic. Just had a hair on my mic. Fantastic. Riley Bice to Spud, says Cormac O'Reilly. Yeah, he is. Hopefully that's the rocket scent that he needs. He's been pretty shit for 3-4 weeks now. Is Carroll on the bench again? I think Carroll's on the bench starting again, which is just shit. Again, I don't get these teams that have these players that play like hardly any game time. Who's on the bench? There you go. Bice on the bench. Carroll on the bench. Yeah, cool. So Bice will come on pro play rest of the quarter, but Carroll will come on and come back off again. And here's Wicks again. Bloody hell. Why the hell did I trade Wicks? Cleary got a handball as well in that. Yeah, Wicks on 74. Grundy goal. Heading to watch Final Destination 6 tomorrow, says Nathan. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll watch that. It's not my type of thing. But who knows? Maybe I do. Shoddy Bay Smith F1 not Martin. Yeah, Angus, he is. No, it's who was it asked before? They're saying who's the best forward to bring in. Who said that before? I can't find it. Someone said about bringing in a forward, and I was saying that they've already got Bailey Smith. Bailey Smith's the number 1 forward, but I think Nick Martin's he's pretty close to number 2. Does everyone have Boyd, Boxall, and Bustlinger as red dots? Yep, I do. And 2 of those guys have come in the last 3 or 4 weeks for me, and probably everyone else. So here's Warner again. Sheldrick handball to no one in particular. Is that a free kick from McCartan? Yep. Schultze, is it worth getting cheaper options to finish our teams like 700 to 950k players rather than top 6-8 for each line? That's probably what I'll be doing. Like your Mills, Filippo, Coleman, maybe Bergman, Dylan Moore, guys like that I'll probably be bringing in. Jay Sutts, Bales, with your rank this year and cash gen, do you reckon you just have to have a punt on Coleman and Mills to try and get ahead of everyone else just to get creative? Potentially, Jay Sutts. Yep, potentially. Short to Warner was a good trade, says B Young. Yep, you'd be happy with it so far. Brad Reed, Smith captain last week, despite the tough matchup. Save me. He earns the VC this week, says me boy. And another goal for Sydney. Goal from Marty. So Sydney extend their lead. I think I tipped Sydney, so could go 2 from 2 this round. Defenders, bro. Murphy, Reed, and Frederick out for Nick Martin and Cooper Simpson. Tick. Yeah, I think we said that before, mate. I said, yep, tick, tick. I love those trades. Grundy, wow, says double dummy. Yeah, it was a good goal. Trampled underfoot. Hey, Bales, as a Crows man, what are your thoughts on Peatling? Can he be trusted through the buys? I think he can. Yeah, with Crouch out, I think he can. I think he's a solid option. Wicks and Bice have swapped roles. Yeah, they have. Yeah, Wicks is meant to be the guy that's on... Bice is meant to be up there, but it's the other way around. Outstanding kick by Warner. Yeah, it was a good kick, that one. Would you go Kako down, Bice up, says Tim. Yeah, I would. Yep. Next week, I'm assuming you're talking about Tim, but yes, I would. That would be a play I'd look at. Warner's on 99. And I remember there's in the pod, I said about Warner, he's been an 80s guy, but he's looking good tonight. Heaney as well. Heaney 1 goal 4. Could have been a massive night. Is Bice on? Yeah, Bicey's on at least. Bicey, don't tell him wait. Ask for the handball. Go short to Bicey. Yes! Bicey just got the mark. I thought he was going to drop it, but Bicey +6. Don't give the handball off, Bicey. Yeah, good. Got the kick away. Probably a free against. Oh my God, front seven's got a free kick. At least Bicey's in the 40s. Short to, here we go. Short to Chera. Yep. Chera's on 90 now. Be lovely if my players responded to some rockets. And here's bloody... How's France Evans taking a mark there? Where has Warner pulled this from, says Jack? Oh, I've got no idea. He was doing so bad early, and now he's just come from nowhere. It'd be lovely if my players decided when they were playing shit to do what Warner's done and actually start playing really well, but... All right, thanks so much for the help, mate. I'll be popping in tomorrow, probably, if you stream. Thank you, mate. Thanks, Defenders, bro. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow night. Bulldogs and Essendon. Be a pain to watch. Reed dominate when not having him. France Evans is shit. He is so shit. It'd be a pain having to watch, yeah, Reed go about it, and then seeing Nick Martin go big when I don't have Nick Martin, when I wanted him. Go to short to Bicey. Here's Bicey! Yes, 2 +6s. Keep going, Bicey. 47. He's slowly getting there. Great kick. He kicks to Roberts. Keep it going. We love to see it. France Evanson misses a spoil. Well, that just sums up everything, doesn't it? Oh, at least we got some points from Bicey and Roberts in that play there. Roberts might be back at it again here. He's got Cripper to deal with. Is that insufficient intent? No, yeah, he's been paid. Yeah, it has been paid. Yep. Socket it forward. I'll probably a bit unlucky because he's socketed it when he's had pressure, but go back to Bicey. Come on, get Bicey some big points. No, he's going to go long. Jay Sutts, having a few mates play AFL, they say 50 games of VFL is the equivalent of 3 AFL games, so I kind of get the low game time exposure thing, just shit for fantasy. Yeah, I get it, but it's annoying. Go back. Who's that? That was Heaney +6. Go to Roberts. Go to Roberts. Blakey running by for the handball. Go away, Blakey. We don't need you. We need other players getting points. Here's Grundy again. Grundy's looked good the last couple of weeks, you know. That could be holding the ball. Well, it should be holding the ball against Campbell. He had plenty of time to get rid of it. Corey saying Bice got another +6. Yep, happy with that. Bice a trade this week or a hold to his buy because of a good run, says Jim. I would like to hold, but he's probably not going to do enough for me to hold. It's Edge. I love seeing you up and about, Bales. It makes my day. Thanks, mate. I would love to be up and about all the time. But unfortunately, my players, when they don't score, really dictate that. Free kick to Jordan. Jack, there's a reason Evans was delisted from 2 clubs. Yes, agreed. Chera's on 96 as well, of course he is. Week 77, far out. Robert 62. Where's Bicey? There's Bicey, 47. Starting to get a little bit. If he can get to 60, I'll take it from where he was. I'd love him to somehow get to 70. Someone said a 40-point quarter coming up. If he gets 40, he'll get to 75, which would be pretty funny if he got there. Yeah, Carroll, 71% game time is not great. Cleary, 35 as well. Only 2 tackles is disappointing. He's had 10 handballs of his 12 touches. That's really frustrating for Cleary. So I won't be looping him on for Levi for sure. And probably a good thing he didn't go massive just because I couldn't loop him on for Lindsay. Actually, and I would have preferred to go big, so it would be good for cash gen, and I'd get a score locked in. So actually, I do want him to go well. Yeah. Right to 77 likes as well. So we need 23 legends. If you can, please smash a like on the video. We're 23 away from our goal of 100. So if you haven't liked it yet, please do, so we can get to our goal of 100. Louis, is it? Yeah, no, sorry. I keep saying Louis. It's Lewis, isn't it? It's Lewis or Louis? Pretty sure it's Lewis. Lewis O'Leary. Last week trading Rankin instead of Chad. Starting to hurt with loss of cash and possibly of Rankin not playing. Yeah. Yep. I hope Rankin doesn't miss, because it'd be bad for the Crows. One thing's for sure, Crows won't take any precautions. So if he's fine, he'll play. If he's not, he won't. Simple as that. And if he's not playing, I'm trading. Just because if it's a soft tissue, he's probably going to be out for a couple of weeks. Bice tackle. Yes, Bicey. No, that's not going to count because it went straight to Carlton, I reckon. So, unless they did count it because he... Oh, my God, Laddams. Out of mid-air. Bales, just wink and I'll log onto my other 10 YouTube accounts and like the vid. There you go. I can't really wink very well, but there you go. It's pronounced Louis. Love your work again, Bales. Almost looking out for your videos every week. Thanks, mate. I thought it was Louis because I said Louis in the pods, but I'm glad that it is Louis and got it right. The tackle counted, says Caleb. Oh, good. It might get taken away, but if it got counted, then good. I'll take it. Means Bicey's on 50. Cleary got a handball again, so he's been handballing a lot tonight. Is that to Bice? No, it's bloody Heaney again. And Hamling dropped it. He should have marked that. How is Wicks forward? He's missed it. Bice got the tackle, says Matt. Yep, we saw that before, which is good. I'm glad that he got paid the tackle. Means he's on 51. Also, huge Crows fan as well, and my birthday tomorrow, so hoping they get it. Well, Louis, happy birthday for tomorrow, mate. I hope the Crows get a win for your birthday. It's a big game tomorrow. The Crows can... it's a big statement if they can beat Collingwood tomorrow. If there's no Rankin, I'm worried. There's Carroll +6. Yes! He's up to 40. Love to see it, Carroll. Keep going, Carroll. Get to 50. So if he gets 50, I can actually loop between Lindsay and Carroll to see who gets the better score. So actually, I can actually loop Carroll, thinking about it, because I'll have Hasty in my utility. I think. I'll have to have a look. Oh, and I'll be able to, because Hasty in my utility, so I can just put him on the bench, so it's fine. It's on the ball against Curnow. Good tackle by McCartan there. Where's Bicey? Bicey's around the place. That's not to Bicey. That's to Lloyd. Hang on. Bicey's... So, that's Campbell. Roberts is there. Roberts. Yep, Roberts +6. Where's Bicey? Roberts, go to Bicey. Bicey's right there. Yes! Keep going, Bicey. Go back to Roberts. Keep going, Bicey. Where's this been all game? Why is he deciding now? Like, better late than never, but why is he deciding now that he's going to get these points? It'd be nice if he actually did this all game. That's advantage and missed by Heaney. Heaney probably shouldn't have taken the advantage. Rockets coming along, says Cormac O'Reilly. Yep, which is good. Oh, of course, bloody Chera again, still scoring good points. Oh, that's an awful kick. And Chera's going to get it again here. Yep, kick for Chera. Should be a free kick for Wicks, but wasn't. Oh, is that sufficient intent? Yeah, it is. Yep, they've been playing that all night, even in the forward line. Switch it. Bison, Roberts, I think, are on the other side. No, McCartan. Yeah, good on you, mate. Goes long and kicks to a contest. Like, what in the world does that make sense? No Rankin, and I'm worried for the team in my fantasy, says Louis. Why have you not posted on TikTok in a while, says Van Rose? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I just keep forgetting to post on there. Go, Roberts, give it to Bice. Oh, he should have given it the handball to Bice. He got the handball, Roberts, at least, but would have been good if he got it to Bice. And here's Warner, so that's the ton for Warner. Warner, if there's ever something to hit up a target, hit up Bice or go back or something, go to your brother. Your brother's short. No, long down the line. Sheldrick, good crumbing there. And kicks in Boyd marks. Come on, Carroll, call for the short, mate. Just running in the middle. Not a great kick to Hollands. Florent. Where's Bicey? Is that Bicey? Bicey! Keep going, Bicey! This is brilliant. Where's he been? Why is he not doing this all game? Bicey's going to get it again. Oh, is he going to get the handball? Oh, boo. Thought he was going to get the handball there. Why is Bicey doing it now? Like, refresh scores, want to see that by 70. Is he up to 70? No, Robertson's 70. Bicey's on 63, so he's close. But he's saving his score again, which is good. Free kick to McGovern, is it? Bicey, free kick for Bicey! Oh, he got held without the ball then. That should have been a free for Bice. That's a tackle for... No, I don't think it'll be a tackle for Carroll, actually. Oh, there you go. Heaney, Warner, Cherrival, tunned up. Put E on clear instead of Wicks, says Caster Riches. It's like Dean Cox told Bice to work on his defensive style last few weeks, then released him last quarter, says B. Young. Yeah, that's probably not a bad call. Come on, Bicey, catch Walsh, says Nathan Thomas. Heaney's fifth behind, says Matt. Yeah, it could have been a massive game for Heaney. With 14k in the bank next week, got to trade a few. Who should the two be out of Bice, Lindsay, Daniel and Cleary? Well, Lindsay and Cleary are probably the ones not scoring well, but maybe you got to trade a Bice or someone to get the upgrade. See what the way Bicey tackle! That should be a tackle because it didn't go to a Carlton player straight up. It went along the ground. I hope that's a Bice tackle. Rampy. Should have given the handball to Bice. And instead he goes long to no one. Go, Carroll. No, that's Hollands. Walsh is killing me, says Schultz. Yeah, Walsh has been awful this year. I sent the rocket too late, says Caleb 5. Refresh scores 1. Oh, yes, so 4. Cool, I've caught up. We're up to 84 likes as well, so we're 16 away from 100. So if you haven't liked it yet, please smash like on the video so we can get to 100. That's our goal for every stream. Here's Chera again. Another handball. And Chera's going to get the free kick. My God. Chera, go away. Seriously. And Kerno Mark. Still 8 minutes to go. So, bloody Chera, though. 107 for Chera. So, by 63. Is Carroll on... So, Carroll's on 40. Yeah, so, it's not great. Why did I trade Carroll in? I should have gone for Hardiman. Actually, no, because I should have gone Boxall the week I got Carroll. And then the week I got Boxall, I should have gone Hardiman. And goal for Kerno keeps the Blues in touch. Wicks on 83 as well. Bloody hell. What do you got? 87 likes as well now. Only 13 away from 100. So if you haven't liked it yet, smash a like. That'd be fantastic. 28-point quarter so far for Bice, says Corey. Yep, he's been good. Boss will get 70 plus, says Corey. I hope he does, mate. Refresh. Oh, yeah, I keep saying that one from Crinkly Cut. Crinkly Cut, you've had that thing read out like 3 times, so shout out to you, mate. Trading Cleary to Filippo next week, says Lockie Robbins. Yep, I'll probably look at doing that. Potentially. Bias trade to Luke Ryan, I think, for me, says Tristan Addy. Sup, Bales? How you going, Tristan? Hope you're going well, mate. Tig, 1 goal, 5 behind from Heaney. Nice to get a score, but bittersweet. It could have been absolutely massive from Heaney. Double dummy, trainer, read on field. What would you take from Bias to bench? Also, who do you bench? You'd probably bench trainer. I like the matchup from trainer, but you've probably got a bench trainer just with the... Oh, Carroll dropped the mark. And Campbell, goal. Bloody Carroll, going back with the flight, pretty much had the mark and then dropped it right at the last second. Yeah, I'd probably bench trainer double dummy, depending on what Bias... If Bias can get 70, I don't think you question it. So we'll see how we go at the end of the game. Chero just to himself off the cut list, says Daniel Joyce. I'm currently ranked 3,800. Is there any chance for Hat? I think so, Marco. If a few things go your way, yeah, for sure. He won't get 70, says Tristan Addy. I hope he does, mate. He only needs 7 points. Still 7 minutes to go. Trainer will go 80, I think, with short out. Richmond supporter here says best before. Yeah, not a bad shout. Probably 70 plus from Bias is when I'd take Bias over trainer, but yeah, it's a good one to sort of think about. So we've got 7 minutes to go. So Roberts on 70 already. We need Bias to get 70, and hopefully Roberts can get to a mid-80 score from here. Because they're up by 12 points, Sydney will actually chip around a bit. So, wait, Bias is off again. What? Why? Why is he off? Like, I just don't understand why Bias is off. Like, he's been off already this quarter. He's a half back. Get someone else off that needs a rest. Like, yeah, so Bias is pretty much done now. He might get 3 minutes, if that. 65, my usual take. 63 might be close enough, says Double Dummy. Well, there you go, Tris Natty. He might not get 70 because he's off. So, I don't get why he's off. Give it to... Oh, no, it's bloody Walsh. What? Walsh, what are you doing? And there's a tackle for Chera. Chera can piss off now. Like, seriously, this is bullshit. He was doing so crap for ages and now decides to pull his finger out. One player that I should have started that I didn't. And there's Chera. That's a throw. Don't know how he didn't get pinged for a throw then, but... Yes, they're prioritising Florent and Lloyd and stuff over Bice. Really don't understand that. What score to take Bice over Lindsay? I'd probably take it now. Whatever he's on, 63. I'd take that score from now. Last 2 minutes, Caleb Smith came in. Trainer was free to intercept as he pleased with more Tog. Yeah, not a bad call. Yep. Oh, how's that a high against Cleary? That's not a high free kick. Chera fans stay winning, says Angus Easley. Chera been great. Had a 70. Chera, wow, like no way people were trading, says Andrew. I was thinking a few people in really good spots were because he had the early buy. 111. I think it's his first score over 110 as well for the year. He's had 5 tackles since I reckon we mentioned he wasn't doing much outside of getting the ball. Don't know if that's a tackle for Roberts or not. Blakey, go away. Don't... Roberts, take the kick in. Piss off, Blakey. So Roberts is free. Roberts is free with not many people around him. And he goes out wide. Out of bounds. Get Bice back on. What to do with Walsh, says Steve. You got to hold, but he's just been really, really stinky. I'm sorry for sending the chair rocket. Had to because my team sucks. Bice should be on field though, says Caleb. Oh, yeah. I don't understand why Bice is on the bench. I really don't. He shouldn't be on the bench. He should be on the ground. I've traded Daniel and TDK past 2 weeks, though, so I'm fine for round 12, says Andrew. Yeah, if you're fine for round 12, you hold Chera, yeah. Shits me is Hewitt under 100 for the last few games. Yeah, he's been frustrating. So 88 likes as well, so we're slowly getting there. We need 12 more likes to get to the 100, so if you haven't liked it yet, please smash a like on the video. There's a tackle for Walsh. Don't understand why Walsh doesn't do much anymore, but... Heaney handball. Warner kick. Another hat kick again. Does Warner do anything besides that? Just get the ball and kick long? Like, it's great for fantasy, but he never, ever looks for short options. I think he did it once. I think is Carroll on the bench as well. I think Carroll's on the bench again. So Carroll and Bice started the quarter on the bench, and they're both off, and they're defenders. Normally, defenders are not the ones meant to be rotated all the time. There's Wicks with a handball. What's the bet Bice won't come back on? What's the bet he'll finish on the bench without coming back on? There's only 4 minutes to go now. Sheldrick 79 says Lockie Robbins. Yeah, not too bad, the 79. Like, it's down in the Sydney forward line. Get Bice back on. Wicks another kick. Yep, of course. Heaney for a goal. Yep, Heaney goal. Heaney's dominated tonight. That's a 120 for Heaney. 126 for Heaney. Fucking hell. 38 touches, 2 goals, 5. He would have been a great pickup. I was looking at him. I was actually going to go Heaney last week over Dacos. Oh, my God. I was going to get Heaney over Dacos because I could have gone Lawler and Lindsay to Heaney. But then I'd have Short this week as well. So, Max Linden, Boxall listed as sub. No, he's out. He's been dropped, Max, unfortunately. Would like Roberts to get 80. Would you field Simpson or El Hawley, says Tim. I'd probably go Simpson because I think El Hawley's going to be the sub. If you can loot both, that'd be great, but I think El Hawley be sub. There's Chair again with a kick. Yep, fantastic. It's Bice back on. Roberts with a kick to Grundy. Is Bice back on? I hope he is. Handball to Lloyd. Yeah, Bice is back on, but I hope Sydney chip it round. Like, they're up by a bit, so it's like chip it round, and McInerney's going to go for goal, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, who was he kicking? Was he kicking to Bice? No, I was going to kick to Warner. I'm glad he didn't go there. Share a handball. And that's the other thing that pissed me off with some teams where they don't trust some of these young players. Like Carroll hasn't been trusted on field to end the game, so they've gone for other defenders instead. Hamling, why are you giving the no look bloody handball and going forward? They had Bice and they've gone. Warner's got a handball. It's an awful handball. Here's Chera again. That's a drop. That should be holding the ball. Yep, holding the ball. Hopefully they kick it round now. Field Sard or Buslinger? Buslinger's not playing Max, so I wouldn't be fielding him. You've got to field Sard or Hawley. Wait. So what are they doing? What's the umpire doing? Why are you taking 50 years to give it back to Sydney? See what I mean? So, like last week with Essendon, they chip it around the back near the end of the game as well. But the 1 week where you want players to chip around the back, and you got 2 players from that team, they don't. Just absolutely typical. Like, Sydney don't need to go forward and kick a goal, but they're like, oh, yeah, let's go forward. Yep. This might sound funny, but if you're heavy on your round 12 buy, do you trade Chera next week? Yeah, you could. Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't. I'd stick with Dacos, says Tristan Addy. Oh, I've got Dacos anyway, so it's not going to change. You got him last week. Vanilla Bice says Daniel Joyce. Angus Easy, injury to Jordan Boyd was the reason for the delay. Yeah, but they decided to give the free kick and play on, and then all of a sudden they go, oh, let's delay the game now. What's the bet Carroll will come on for like 1 minute? What are we on now? 89 likes. So any legends out there haven't smashed a like yet? We got nearly 80 watching still. So appreciate there's a heap more legends tonight actually than last night. So if you haven't liked it yet, please do. Amaki, I was going to say people saying Marty going for a holiday. Yeah, Marty will be in trouble. I know McInerney did contribute a little bit to it, but still he'll be suspended. And how does Chera get a +6 from the forward line? Come on, Bicey. Go, Bicey. There's like 40 seconds to go. All right, kick in. Please go to Bice. Injury of Jordan Boy was the reason for... Oh, yeah, so before. I'm adding up Friday, says Karen. Yeah, agreed. I think he will be. And, of course, the one time we want them to chip around the back, Blakey decides to go long and turn it over. That's not a mark. Is that a mark to what? Oh, piss off. That's a mark. So that'd be it. So thinking that Bice was going to get 70 and he'll finish on 63. What a shit game of football. What are your thoughts on Matthew Kennedy, says defenders, bro? Yeah, I like Matt Kennedy. Yep, probably a target after his round 12 bye. So that's the game. That's done. What a shit show that was. You got Heaney 126, who I looked at last week over Dacos, but yep, he goes big. Congrats to those that got him. Chera 119, yep, don't have him either. Chad Warner 116, don't have him. Grundy 111, Cripps 104, Wicks 88, who I traded, fantastic. He would have been good cover this week in defence. Walsh 81 with that late goal. Walsh is just not the guy anymore. Sheldrick 79, he was pretty much nowhere in the second half. Roberts 73, that's pretty shit. Not happy with that. From 87% Tog, Roberts can go at his bye. Holland slowed down a lot. By 63, like at least he saved it to an extent, but 11 disposals for him is just not what we want. Carroll got 40. Definitely not taking that over Lindsay, so at least I can loop between him and Lindsay and see which gets a better score. But yeah, 40 is just shit. Cleary 36, that's another 30 for Cleary. Corey Warner 27 as well. All the rookies doing shit tonight. So yeah, pretty shit game. Another shit watch along where none of the players that I've got decided to do well. So a 73 and a 63 to start the round off is absolutely fantastic. We're on 95 likes though, so if anyone wants to cheer me up, then smash a like on the video to get us to 100 likes. That'd be fantastic. That'll cheer me up at least a little bit. I love it when Carlton loses. Angus, take Bice over Trainer or Coleman. I wouldn't be playing Coleman this week, Jordan. I'd bench Coleman. I wouldn't trust him first game back. He could be subbed out, so I'd be benching him. Bice is always going to do bad when you look at what his price is. Says Callum. Oh, price got nothing to do with it, Callum, though. It's just he's just been shit the last 3 weeks. Detonator is the play to do short to Simpson with Bice on the bench next week. That would let me do Bice to Stone and Bison, Stone to Phillipou and Martin. You could. I'd prefer to go short to like a Holmes this week instead. We're on 98 likes as well, so just 2 away now. Questionable goal from Walsh there, says Crinkly Cut. I didn't think it was a mark, but they paid it. So good for Jordox, but still another 80 from Walsh is just crap. Bloody Stoked with Cheris, says Plummo. Nathan Thomas, thanks for the watch along, Bales. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Night Bale says Backer. Thanks, mate. Let's get 100 likes, says Crinkly Cut. Yep, agreed. We're on 99, so we're nearly there. 72.5 for Chera, 86.5 for Warner, 84 for Heaney. Yeah, none of my players ever do that, so... thanks for nothing, Cleary. Watch on tomorrow night, Bale, says Moon Boy. Yep, there'll be one tomorrow night. Essendon and Western Bulldogs, so I'm going to be in a lot of pain in there watching Martin, who I couldn't get, and Zach Reed, who I don't own anymore. So that'll be fun. I don't actually think... Yeah, I've got no one in that game as well. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I want to do one tomorrow. I really don't want to do one. Jack, thoughts on Luke Ryan? Not for me. I don't trust him. Do I take Holland's score 101 boosted for Phillipou in draft? If it's a 101 boosted with some other stuff, I would be, yep. Bias to Luke Ryan, says Tristan Addy. We got 100 likes. Thanks, Bales. Thanks for getting cut. Yep, we got 102. Appreciate everyone that smashed a like. Very much appreciated. Chair 1 point off my prediction, says Henry V. Cedar Bales, thanks for that. Thank you, mate. Louis, thanks again, Bales. Love your comedy and content. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I'm going to the game, says Angus. War condition, El Hawley or Hardiman? Hardiman for sure. Mr. Ronnie 41 went Whitfield over Heaney. Be very interesting. Yeah, will be interesting, Mr. Ronnie, for sure. Lockie Robin, 2 to get rid of next week out of Daniel, Bice and Cleary. Cleary, I think, is probably got to go now. His cash gen's done. He's not making any more cash, and he just keeps dropping these 30s. So he can probably go, and maybe Daniel's the way you get a rookie up, but Bice is probably the one that goes before. I'm really hoping Coleman scores well tomorrow, says Chris. He plays Sunday, but yes, I agree. I want him to score well to bring him in next week. Thanks, Bell, says Rodler. Thank you, mate. Callan Fife, my comment was more a joke because his price is the devil's number. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, yeah, sorry, mate. Have a good one, Bales. Robertson Bice suck for me, says Trisnati. Yeah, agreed. They suck for me as well. Josh Hopkins, before short injury, I was going Chera to Warner. Oh, yeah, you would have what? You would have lost 3 points. So there you go. You take that, Josh. Yeah, what a blow. Oh, that's annoying tonight. Just hate when your round starts off like this. Like, it started off like this last round. Like I got on the Friday night, I think I had a 119, which was good from Brayshaw, then had a 67 from Long and Dacos, and now we've started with a 73 and a 63. So thanks for the live. It was a good, as always, except for Bice's Callan Fife. Yeah, frustrating, but yeah, what can you do? 103 likes. Wow, appreciate everyone that's smashed a like. If you haven't liked it yet, please do. Let's try and get more than 103. But if you have liked it, appreciate it very much. Chera broke his break even, says Corey. Had Bison Warner, not sure how to feel. I think you're okay. If you got Bison Warner, I think you're fine. I think I've caught up to all the chat there, which is good. Bloody hell. Where am I ranked? That's probably a good thing to see. Who you got best on ground? Probably Heaney. Well, it'd have to be Heaney, surely. 2 goals, 5 and 38 touches. Yeah, yep. So I've fallen down 3,600 spots this round and fell down another couple thousand spots. Yeah, Bison Roberts was just not great. And then Carroll, who I'm there for, he's going to barely, he'd go over 400k, but not make much. Cleary is going to go down in price, so that's fantastic. How's my matchup going? So matchup with Guesty, he had Chera for 119. Yeah. Seriously, why can't I just ever get a good matchup and get the luck go my way? So what is it? So he's getting Holmes. So it's Nasai versus Reed. Rosie versus Green. Long versus Ashcroft. Lindsay versus Chera. Yeah, fantastic. Oliver versus Marek. Cherry versus Gorn. Yeah, I'm probably not winning that. Unless Cherry goes massive. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning that matchup. Far out, seriously. Poor condition, half feel your pain, mate. Oh, this season is just so shit. It really is. We'll buy it. Oh no, delete the message. So I'm not sure what he's going to say there. War condition. Do you say Hardiman over El Hawley because of job security, or I think Hardiman will outscore El Hawley? I think both. I think Hardiman will outscore El Hawley, and I think his job security is better. I think El Hawley's going to be the sub. So need to field either one as I'm holding short. I think Hardiman definitely scores more this week. He's got Richmond, so I'd play him. Cherry to go huge, says war condition. Oh, I need him to. I really need him to. Thanks, man, says war condition. All good, mate. Happy to help. Happy to help. I don't think El Hawley will be subs as Angus. I think he will. I think he's the one on the bench that I think will get it. But, well, I guess we'll see tomorrow night. We'll see. Alrighty. Well, I'm probably going to head off. I'm very, very hungry, so I'm going to go get some food. Bales 2026 is the year, says Toby Welford. But I don't want 2026 to be the year, though. I want this to be the year. Mr. Ronnie 41, if you beat Guesty in your matchup, will you be giving him dating advice? Maybe we'll see. Angus says Scott doesn't like to drop or sub players once you're in love. Once you're in. But apparently a few people are pretty nervous, and he didn't do too great in the second half last week. That's what a few Essendon supporters are saying. So I guess we'll see. But yeah. Alrighty, well, that'll be it for the watch on, but appreciate everyone that tuned in, as always, and smash like. If you haven't smashed like yet, please do. We've got 106, which is fantastic. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night, more than likely at this stage, unless anything comes up. Again, it's going to be the second watch-along where I don't actually have anyone. All my players aren't in any watch-alongs this week, so we'll see if I can be bothered doing one. I've done 2 this week, so maybe I'll take night off if my team's not going too great and I can't be bothered watching Reed. So we'll see. But at this stage, I will be live. But yeah. We'll buy it. What is your VC line for Cherry and Marshall? I'm still 110. I'm still pretty firm on always taking 110. But hopefully Cherry just goes 120 plus and doesn't matter. Most people are going to say 115, 120 plus, but I'm always 110. That's just me personally, though. Luke Max 30. Most people say 115, so I'll say 115, but I'll probably take if he goes just over 110. Take Bice to 6 forever trainer. It's a trick. 63 is so tricky, right? I could see trainer going 80, but I could also see him going 50. But I guess trainer's lowest score without being the sub is 69. So maybe you take it on to try and get the extra 10, 15 points that he might go. Maybe take it on. But it's a tricky one. What's for dinner, mate? Cheers for tonight, legend, says Marco. I'm not sure exactly. I'll probably get some takeaway. I've been getting a bit too much takeaway lately, but I'll still get it because it's late. So, but I'll probably got to start cooking a bit more. So, average backup captain score 111 according to Jaiden Papowski. Yeah, and that's why I've always said 110 for me. I always take 110. So, Chris Dawson went 172 against Pies 2023. There is still hope. I hope he can do that tomorrow. If he's going 172 tomorrow, I think Crows win. I know we lost when he got that score, but I think we win if he's doing that. So fingers crossed for the Crowies tomorrow. I'd love a win. It'd be a big statement as well because it's been a long time. I think I took for granted the Crows in 2017 how being good, and I thought this is going to continue, but not seeing him in finals since then. It's good to see him actually going well for a change and playing some good footy. So hopefully they can continue. So, alrighty, everyone. Appreciate it. If you guys do want a team review or any questions guaranteed answered overnight, head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics. Every Patreon member gets a team review each week through the Ask Me on Q service, which is a personalised audio response. If you want to do that, feel free to go over to patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics or click the link in the description below and, get involved in the Patreon if you'd like to help extra support the channel. And if you want to also help me make this become a full-time job, then the the more patrons and the more support, the more that can become reality. So if you'd like to help me achieve that, then if you're not a patron yet, become a patron. I think my goal was 100 patron members, the actual paid subscribers. So I think we got somewhere in the 70s. So yeah, the goal was 100. But yeah, appreciate everyone that's done that so far. Your support is very, very much appreciated. If anyone wants to do it, feel free. I'll at this stage be back tomorrow night, but we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Because I've done 2 already, so we'll see how we go. But we will be back on Sunday night for our pre-lockout chat, as always. Not 6 p.m. Eastern, that's the pre-lockout chat. We'll be live likely at 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Perth time. It could potentially be 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Perth time, but it'll be somewhere around there. Very likely, though, will be 7:30. I'll be live then, recapping the round. Hopefully, it's not too bad. What do we got? Just a couple of things here. What's happened to Pedler this year? Says Chris. Just injuries, just working his way back. And the Crows, I guess, are just into the spot where their squad's performing. So, Moonboy, captain line's like 110 first half of the year, 120 second half, in my opinion. Yeah, not a bad call. Slipping Jimmy, thanks, Buzz. Appreciate Watchalongs. Thanks, mate. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. And we'll catch you guys potentially tomorrow. If not, we'll catch you guys on Sunday night for our round review. So thanks, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. See ya. Go Crows.